welcome back to Iron Fang Invasion once again. So excited that I can't pronounce my words. It's been a couple weeks since we last met. Where did we leave off indeed? I believe last session was the session that you all first made it down to this lower blighted jungle at the very base of Arlanche's tree. You had cleared out that upper area, fought off the druids who came back to get you when you were resting, and then ran away from the Bandersnatch that came back through trying to get to its house and its room. And then eventually just made your way down, you did bypass the trap. Jessup got pretty wrecked by that trap, but the rest of you got through it without any issue. And you continued down into the depths. And at the bottom, like I said, you found pretty much a jungle of mushrooms. And there were a couple different openings in the jungle that you could move through to proceed. You kind of went up to the north of this chamber and scouted around. Kieran was flying. I think he was invisible as well, just trying to figure out where everything went. And then he saw some loot in some cubbies to the south in a sort of ravine between the wall and a little bit of a cliff that's formed by the hill in the center of the chamber. And as soon as he tried to grab anything from these cubbies with his mage hand spell, a creature seemed to have noticed the vibrations in the earth and came down to investigate. And luckily, being invisible and flying, Kieran was able to escape without really being noticed and flew up to meet you guys. You all decided that you were going to come back down as a group, fight whatever this thing was, and pre-buffed a bit. I don't know what all buffs you guys cast. It's been a while. I don't remember them all. There's like 3 or 4 in the chat, but prepped for battle, basically. Moved down, and I think we left off the session just as we were about to roll initiative. Does that all sound about right?
Yeah, that's what it's called,
that
initiative.
Sounds accurate.
I think you skipped a part, Jason, because we ended last session with us killing that.
Yes, yes.
Did I go too many sessions back? Oh, well, let me just delete that from the map here.
We also looted the 50,000 gold. Oh, and the 25,000 gold worth of diamonds that were on that creature. Funnily enough, it was all diamonds.
Yeah.
Fused to its body, like in some of the tentacles and the exoskeleton, they were like patchworked on. Yeah.
So we had to roll 1d4 hours to pry the diamonds off, but we rolled a 1, so it only took 1 hour for Oran to chip all the diamonds off the creature's exoskeleton.
Sounds legit.
Because you rolled, even though he's not a dwarf right now, he still had like the experience as far as mining efficiently goes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like an innate trait that he got to keep when he became a halfling.
Yes. Yeah. So which we were grateful for. We appreciated your benevolence. So.
Yep. Interesting.
So what's up this way?
Well, since I don't have any memory of all those things, we're just going to have to play it out again.
No.
So I guess we'll start this off with everybody roll in initiative.
Oh, 17.
Ooh.
Oh, do we have
good start?
Do we have Hunter's Blessing?
No, because the environment here technically doesn't count as what the upper area counted as, and you haven't had a chance to rest to cast the spell as something different, I believe.
I'm starting off real well with a natural 1. Love it. It's going to be good.
Jessup will expend his heightened awareness, so I'll get a +4. Wow.
Get on my level, loser.
I love that I'm the one that saw this creature first. I knew it was going to come back, yet I was not prepared for it to come back, apparently.
Right, you're like, oh, it's still here. What happened?
Where did this thing come from?
Jason should be benevolent and give you a +1 because you knew kind of where it was.
A +1?
A +1.
Dude, I'll give you a +5.
All right, don't patronize me.
Wow, you really can be something sometimes, Chase.
So let's just bump that up to a 13 here. Still at the bottom of the round.
He's just ruthless.
At the top of round 1, somewhat surprisingly, first up is Oran.
Since Oran changed to halfling, I feel like he has turned into Mr. Speedy Initiative for some reason.
Well, my dex did go up. What am I gonna do? Can I see it or no?
You have 60-foot dark vision, I believe.
I have many feet of dark vision, which adds up to...
It's not 120 anymore because you're not a dwarf.
It adds up to 60. I have 60 feet, yes.
Yeah, so you can't see it.
No!
Yeah, because of the distance.
I will delay.
Okay. Brings us to Jessup, who can see it because his dark vision is actually stupid far.
Yep. It pays for dying. Can I get a monster lore?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a knowledge dungeoneering.
Jessup will just decide to roll a nat 20 for the day, which puts him to exactly a 40.
40. That'll be enough to get 3 pieces of information about this creature.
You get his name.
You don't know what this creature is.
That would not bode well at all.
We've learned to run away when that happens.
Yeah.
This huge monstrosity, which, like, as you can see, it seems kind of alien. It's like a clawed insect with a vaguely humanoid, like, torso and 3 tentacle tails. You recognize this as a Vemarak. It is a chaotic evil, huge aberration. And you have 3 questions about it.
Cool. Start off tried and true. We'll go with defenses.
It has some form of DR. It is also immune to acid, electricity, disease, mind affecting, poison. It is resistant to sonic, and it has spell resistance.
Oh.
Those are its defenses.
All right. So we should just tell Kieran to go home.
Sit this one out, champ.
Yeah, I guess, what are some cool abilities? It's got some tentacles. Can it do anything cool with tentacles or its pincers?
So, you know that it has the grab special ability on its claws and its tentacles. So it has 2 claw attacks, it has 3 tentacle attacks, and it has a grab on those attacks. You also know, I'll just add in with that, it has constrict.
Okay.
So I'll have that all be the second question. I can give you other abilities if you want to ask the same question again, or if you have something different.
What's its most lethal ability? I guess that's somewhat opinionated, but...
I'm going to say, for your purposes, I'm going to go with this one. It's not so much... Well, I guess you said lethal, so it wouldn't be that one.
Okay, what's the worst ability that it's going to screw Jessup over, regardless of anyone else?
See, that's why I went to this one.
Okay.
He has an ability called Spore Cloud. And you know that Vemaraks have a unique magic-resistant mold that grows on their bodies. And when they move, this mold is actually what gives them spell resistance, by the way, but when they move, the mold exudes like a cloud of spores in a radius around them. And those spores act as a targeted dispel magic, greater dispel magic, against the highest caster level effect in the cloud.
Wow.
On that turn.
That sucks.
So, yeah. It's a walking greater dispel magic.
I think it basically is going to purge all your sweet, sweet buffs.
That's rude.
So that is what you know about a Vemarak.
All right, so Jessup will relay that information. Yes, so this is going to suck. And he will, since he knows they probably can't see him, I guess he'll kind of give them an indication. I know he can't, but just say where it is roughly. And he will, I guess, start his performance. So we all know Spark Courage. And then we are going to cast some spells.
Get him.
So we're going to go Haste. I think, are we all within range? If not, I can move.
Oh yeah, we are.
We're good. All right.
Just in time for it to be dispelled.
Well, the more buffs we stack, in theory, the less can be dispelled.
Oh, that's true. They have to be one at a time, right? Like they have to be dispelled one at a time. You can't just dispel all, right?
I
don't know.
Don't ask me. I'm just the bard.
Does our sorcerer know?
When it's his turn last in the initiative order, potentially. And
so funny, so
welcome back,
funny.
Sarah. Okay, so swift action. I guess move action. I'll take pull out my bow, and I'm gonna remain where I am.
That brings us to Gideon, who also I don't think can see it.
Nope. And I just want to wait for the creature to go first.
Okay, so you're delaying like Oran was. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That brings us to the creature, and on the creature's turn, it's going to move to be right about here. It's maybe 5 to 10 feet off the ground. It's like on the wall, climbing on the wall, but it is within like reach. So it's like it looks like it's half on the wall. That's because it's climbing. It is then going to use its breath weapon.
No.
I actually meant to say that I spread out last turn, yeah.
I believe I can get... I mean, Jessup just gets out of the way of that line, but...
That's a darn shame!
I'm going to need a reflex save from the three of you other than Jessup. Oran, Gideon, Kieran.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
15. Meh.
19. Not happy about it either.
27.
No, I hope I die.
Wow.
Please don't. We need you.
Kieran, you succeed. The other two of you fail. So, let me GM roll that. There's just too many dice for me to...
Yeah, sure. What's the consequence of my failure?
So, Kieran, you take 29 points of acid damage. Gideon and Oran, you take 58 points of acid damage.
That's not going to feel good. Except
Gideon, you still got
Gideon,
that necklace on?
Yeah, you should have the amulet or the ring of poison resist.
That's not going to help. I think you mean acid resist.
That's what I mean, acid.
Yes, I do have the thing of acid resist.
Reduces it from like 58 to 48.
Yep, which, hey, I'm going to take what I get, Jace. All right? 10 HP?
It's all important.
That's basically one of his healing touches.
Yeah, that's not
It's
worth
unfortunate
much
you didn't
anymore.
have shield other on, because that would have been even more fun.
I'm not... No, I'm good.
He's not about that anymore. He's faltered.
It would have been dispelled anyway.
He was like, Oran takes too much damage. I can't do this anymore.
He does. It's not my fault. He's reckless.
That is the creature's turn.
I will act.
I will say at this moment, both you and Oran are delaying. If either of you want to act, Oran would have the chance to go first.
Okay.
I'll take it. Wait your turn, mister.
All right. Just don't leave the range of the bus.
I won't. I'm gonna heal.
Okay,
That's okay.
that'll do.
Not great. 28 points of damage healed.
It's not bad, though. I mean, that basically heals Kieran.
It's just funny to like the image of going into a combat and just immediately. All right, well, I've got to heal up here.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I took enough damage. That's I'll be right back.
listen, I wasn't 100% going into this.
Neither was I. I can't remember where
Yeah.
I took the damage,
Yeah.
but I was not 100%.
My guy was.
Oh, good. I'm
Shut
glad
up,
he was.
Jason. Shut up.
I'm happy for you, Jason. Don't let
I'm
them
not.
talk bad to you.
Shut up. Get out of here.
Don't
Now,
let them do
Gideon, the falterer of Galarian, may go.
Okay, you would have a move action because you delayed, so you could do a full turn, but
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll move, like, here.
Okay.
Move spread out a little.
brings us to Gideon. I'll move you right below Oran here.
Yep, sure. I guess some people don't like buffs. No problem. No problem. I'll cast Shared Wrath as he offers a quick prayer of destruction to Iomade. He'll also start an invocation of destruction such that we may fell our enemies before us. Mercy at the edge of a blade, all that. And then
Falter. Yep.
swift action, try to heal a little bit.
Can't blame you there.
Hey, that's a pretty okay roll. All said and told,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Not
I'll take
bad.
it. I mean, I might still die, but it's okay. And there you go, Jace. That's a full turn. We'll 5-foot step behind Kieran.
That brings us to Kieran.
Okay, I guess I don't know if he's in range to melee hit me. So, guess I'm going to just 5-foot step back to be next to Gideon, and I will cast a spell at him. I'm going to cast a Cone of Cold, so it's a reflex save.
And spell resistance.
Right, so I will get an additional +4 to this roll, I believe. Yes, because I have greater spell penetration, so +4, 22.
22 will not bypass its spell resistance. And Gideon and Kieran dies.
Not starting off on a good foot, wasting a 5th level spell. That's my
That's
turn.
life.
That's my turn.
Top of round 2, we have Jessup.
Jessup.
All right. Jessup is going to maintain performance. Let me check that bad boy off here. And then Jessup will shout to Kieran. Kieran, don't worry. You have unshakable zeal. Next time it surely will work. And then...
Nothing like translating spells to in-game.
see, what do we want to do here? Ooh, I did not check off Haste. You know, Jessup is we're going to take some shots.
All right.
Shot.
Is he on ground level, Jason, or is he up?
He's like 5 to 10 feet up the wall.
Okay. So I will not have point blank, obviously, but I will at least swift action, arcane strike. And we do have destruction and shared wrath on.
Yep.
Full round action. Fire. Pew, pew. All right, 27, 30, 25, 40.
The 30 and the 40 will hit.
All right. And I do not get discordant, so what you see is what you get. So the attack of 30 did 19 piercing, and the attack of 40 did 18 piercing.
All right.
And then Jessup will move. He can't move straight back, can he? Because there's a little bit of a wall. It's like half taken up.
Correct. Oh, 5-foot step. Oh, yeah, you can. That's fine.
Yeah, I just kind of want to spread out as well, but I can only move 5 feet.
That brings us to the creature. The creature is going to move a little bit off the wall and a little bit forward to be within melee reach of you guys. And as it moves, these spores, they fill up the area. And how many buffs do you guys have, Kieran and Gideon?
Right now, I have got 3. Haste, Wrath, Iron Skin.
Okay.
But this also affects magic items, doesn't it?
It should.
So I have Eyes of the Eagle, I have a Headband of Alluring Charisma, I have Unshakable
Don't worry
Zeal,
about magic items.
Belt of Physical Perfection, Inspire Courage, Shield, Haste, Shared Wrath. So Unshakable
Inspire
Zeal,
Courage.
Shield, Haste, Shared Wrath, Inspire Courage.
I'm not sure Inspire Courage counts, though, does it?
Inspire Courage does not count.
Yeah.
So then I have 4.
Okay. So this will attempt to dispel 2 from each of you.
Okay, well, I'd say it doesn't. What do I have to roll?
Well, it has to roll for it. So
Okay.
the DC is 11 plus your caster levels. So pretty much all of these are going to be DC 26.
Nope.
So it has to roll 1d20 plus its caster level. All right. I'll do first one on Gideon. I'll just do these in the chat.
Yeah, Gideon is 26. He's got a full caster level for all his hit dice.
So first attempt against Gideon, exactly enough.
Would you look at that? So,
The second attempt definitely succeeds.
okay, so do you just want to pick them, roll them randomly, or how does that work?
So you had, you said 4?
3.
Okay, type them in chat, and then I'll roll randomly in the order that they've been typed.
Oh, okay, that's fine with me.
Because they're all the same caster level, essentially.
Is shared wrath on us, though, or is it on the monster?
It's on all of you.
Okay, well, I just didn't know if it was a buff on us or if it was like a debuff on the enemy.
It is a buff on you. Up to 1 creature per level, which is you guys.
Okay, so I'll roll a d3 for you, so it gets rid of haste, and then I'll roll a d2, it gets rid of shared wrath. So you maintain Iron Skin. Now for Kieran, that's a success with a 28 against the DC 26, and a 22. Why is shield lower?
Because my caster level is a 12. I cast shield on myself. I am a lower caster.
The DC would be 23 then, because it's it's 11 plus your caster level.
Okay, all right.
So that means it only succeeds on the first one, because the second one was not high enough to dispel shield, because I rolled a 22 on the second one, so, and the DC would actually be 23. So
Okay, you didn't want to roll randomly.
I am going to roll. I have to roll randomly now because one of them succeeded.
Oh, because 23. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll 1d4. So you lose haste.
Okay.
You still have unshakable seal. Yay!
So it moved up, and that is a consequence of its move. So it is going to do one attack. It's going to try to claw the closest guy. I think you can only get Kieran, really.
So every time it moves, we suffer that sort of effect?
Yeah, Jessup learned that it's a unique form of mold that makes spores so when it moves, it exudes the spores in a radius that acts as the greater dispel magic in that area against the highest caster level effects that the cloud touches as part of the move that turn.
That's not so good.
So the attack roll against Kieran with the claw is a 37.
Yes.
All right. You are going to take a whopping 19 points of damage, and then it's going to attempt to grab you. That might fail. 31 against your CMD. That might do it.
My CMD is 30.
So yeah, it had to roll a natural 1 to fail that. So you are grabbed, which means it draws you adjacent to it because of how grab works, and you take the constrict damage, another 18 points of damage. You both gain the grappled condition, and that will be its turn. Moving to Oran.
I'm gonna use Hammer Fist Ally,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put him here.
And is there a range to that? Because I don't know if you can summon him back there because you can't even see that area.
Yeah, it's 100 feet, but I would argue that I
would
can't
have to be
see it.
somewhere that you
I
can
can't
see.
pick. Yeah,
So you could be here or maybe here.
I could see that. Well, I could see there. 60 feet.
I guess so. I didn't realize that it went that far back.
60 feet. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
work. Right there's fine. Okay, let me find my Golem. What is he? He's a something. It's been too long.
Stone Golem.
Stone Golem. Yes, thank you. To figure out what he can do.
Nothing.
He can do some slams.
Can't do anything.
Slammy
He's
jams.
worthless.
Can't he slow?
And he can try and slow.
Welcome.
Thank you. So I suppose D will try to slow.
Does that have to go against spell resistance?
Stone Golem can use slow effect as the spell as a free action once every 2 rounds. The effect has a range of 10 feet and a burst centered on the golem and a duration of 7 rounds, requiring a DC 17 will save to negate. The save DC is Constitution based.
Because it
So I
rolled a
have
20 on the will save, so we will ignore the spell resistance until it fails. It's just faster to think about it that way.
That's fair.
It does succeed on the will save.
Okay, then nothing happens for that. Worth a shot. 2 slams plus 22. Hiya! 27.
27 will just hit the now grappled target.
And a 40.
40 will also hit.
Oh boy. Alright, there you go. There's the 2 damages.
29 and
Some-
25.
Some high rolls on those d10s.
Yeah. Good thing I upped my subscription to Roll20.
All right. Some heavy damage there. Anything else?
I mean, I guess I'll move like here. Yes. Wait, what was the range of its dispel cloud?
You don't know the range, but it looks like if you move there, you'd probably be within the spore area.
I don't want no spores.
So you move to stand right on like the edge of where you can see little spores flying in the air.
Perfect.
Brings us to Gideon. The now buffless Gideon.
That's all right. We'll swift action heal up again with some divine touch.
Better roll than you usually do, 13 on 3d6.
Heal up another 22 with a cure critical wounds.
Cure moderate's what I see on the chat.
That's what I meant to say. And then not hasted anymore, so we'll just move in there.
Okay. That will not provoke because grappling is dumb, I guess. We talk about this every time, but again, I don't think it makes sense for multi-limbed creatures to not be able to at least
It's because
attack
you're
when they're grappled.
directing your mental and emotional attention to grappling with Kieran. So you're distracted and not aware of your surroundings.
Aha. But you're not flat-footed, so that doesn't quite make sense.
It checks out.
I think the diversion of attention is encapsulated in the -2 penalty that you take for being grappled.
I think you're reading into it more than it needs to be read into, really. You know, it's just the rules, you know.
I don't know about that. Kieran, you are grappled. What do you want to do?
Okay, I think I will use a free action to grow my claws, and I'll do a bite and claw.
Okay.
So I think I can only do one claw, right? Because I only have one free hand.
Yes, because you are grappled.
Okay. So the bite attack will be a 36,
That'll hit.
and the claw attack will be a 33.
Yep.
So hold on, don't take the damage right away because I have to negate some stuff. So bite damage is going to be 19.
Okay.
And claw damage is going to be 19.
Okay.
And that's about all that I can do, so I guess that's my turn.
All right. Brings us to the top of round 3. We have Jessup.
Jessup.
Maintain it! Performances! Oh no, nobody's got buffs anymore. Except for me. I'm doing fine.
I still have buffs.
That's true. We're good. Alright, so, you know what? We're just gonna keep shooting and go with that. So, swift action arcane strike and shout. Alright, 41, 28, 32, and 30. Oh, Shield Wrath is alpha, isn't it? My bad. I'm cheating. So it's +3 to attack and damage. Okay, so was that a 38, less than 30, 29, and... Oh, crap, man, that screwed me over. So just the top one hit. Or I don't know if it's being grappled, I guess.
Shared Wrath should be off for me, yeah? Not for him.
Oh, it's not off for us?
I think it still
my
works for
apologies.
you. Because it's like haste. Like if you dispel the caster of haste, the other targets still have it.
Disregard. So 41, 28, 32, 30.
In that case, and do you have a penalty for firing into melee or no? Because you took precise
No,
shots.
or shot, yep.
Then all of those will hit.
All right, so 21, 20, 19, 18.
All right. Decent damage there for sure.
And Jessup will put 5 foot slide, shuffle.
That brings us to the creature's turn. The creature is going to release the grapple and full attack. Gideon hasn't hit it yet. The golem definitely hit it. Kieran definitely hit it. It's going to do a bite, claw at Kieran, and then all the tentacles are going to go after the golem.
Is constrict considered an action?
No, it's a free action. If as long as basically anytime you grapple something, constrict goes off.
And it's on every one of your turns as well?
Anytime you grapple.
So couldn't you be cheesy and constrict Kieran as a free action and then free action drop it to then
On
attack?
the same turn. I mean, there's probably some argument out there that you could do it that way. I've never rolled it. I've never done it that way, but
Just curious. Sorry, Kieran. Just
like
wondering.
you could drop the grapple every turn and continue to do it, or you could maintain the grapple, continue to do it. But as far as like attack once, grapple, constrict, free action drop, and then do it over again, I've never done that all in the same action.
Oh, I just meant like constrict before dropping grapple, then just full round attack, whatever. I don't know, just wondering.
No, because it takes a standard action to maintain the grapple, so then you wouldn't be able to full attack.
I see what you're saying.
So-
Okay.
So, bite, claw against Kieran, and then the 3 tentacles against the golem. So the bite is only a 23 to hit. That's going to miss. Well, actually, it's no longer grappled, so it'd be a 25, but that's still going to miss. The first claw is a 37. Cocked die. The third claw is a 26, so probably only the first claw hits.
The second. Oh, yeah, the first claw hits. Yeah, my AC is a 30.
Okay, so even if you get grappled from the first claw, your AC would not be low enough for the second to hit, so we're good there. So that'll be 18 points of damage, and then it will attempt to grapple. Natural 20, so it will grapple. So the constrict will then
Does that mean
deal-
it does double the constrict? Like, if you confirmed that, does it double the constrict damage?
I don't think so, technically speaking. I think it might if you like roll to maintain a grapple, maybe. but like I feel like technically speaking, if he didn't have constrict, there would be no damage being done on this grab. You see what I mean? So like in a situation like constrict is just added on to it, so I don't really know if it really counts as part of the attack roll. It just happens after a successful attack. The constrict will still do another 19 points of damage though.
Okay.
And then the tentacles against the golem. That is a 33 to hit.
That'll hit.
A 21 to hit. And a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So the golem will take... The tentacles don't do as much damage. 9 and 6. So that might not get through the DR.
Oh yeah, and he has DR 10, so...
Yep. So he is good. He's wrapped with all the tentacles, but they are not able to crush his stone visage. And it's your turn, Oran.
Well, we'll start with the golem.
All right.
A 32 and a 37.
Those will both hit.
All right, first damage, second damage.
All right. Not bad. 'Tis still standing.
All right, we'll 5-foot step, and then 32 points of healing.
All right. The Vemarak heals 32 points.
No, sir. And then that'll be my turn.
That brings us to Gideon.
Cool. Full round attack with 2-weapon fighting. Ain't gonna do much in way of damage, but we'll try to do something.
All right. So a 19 will miss, a 26 will miss, a 16 will miss, a 24 will miss.
Cool. I have expected that. No buffs, 2-weapon fighting. I knew it was coming.
That's life.
That's life.
Do you still have 4 negative levels?
No.
Oh, the -4 is for 2-weapon fighting. Okay. I thought
Yes.
you had 4 negative
No.
levels, and I was like, that's something's weird there, but I gotcha.
Yeah, it's just normal consequence of actions.
It is now Kieran's turn.
All right, I will take another round off of my claws, and I'll just claw again, bite and claw again. So, bite attack. Okay, let me just make sure. Yeah, I did take off haste, so that's not applicable. So, bite attack is a natural 2. So
Natural
that's
2 will
likely-
miss.
Will miss, and then the claw is a
Unshakable zero.
35. Oh,
35
that's
will
true. So
hit.
I get a +4, so or +2, +4.
4.
So that would be a 39. So the damage on the claws is 20.
20.
20 points of damage.
All right. And that is enough to put the creature down.
Wow.
Wait, what?
It had 15 hit points when you hit it. So,
Wow, I feel like,
yeah.
Did it have a lot of HP to start?
A Vamarak has 195 hit points.
What?
It has DR 5, and it doesn't have any fast healing. So,
Wow. I didn't think that was going to be like that, but good for us. Go us, team. Hooray.
2 more spawn at the same time. Oh no.
yeah, I decided not to do the dispel again because I feel like it's meant to be like you have to do a full move action to have it go off, even though like you're moving about as much in the heat of melee as you would be actually moving.
No, I think that was fun. I think it's funny trying to both communicate as a DM and interpret as a player, and then also gauge what level of difficulty is this encounter we're about to get to. Because as it relates to like resource management, it's funny because I feel like we're wrong a lot.
Well, it also comes down a lot to situations like
Yeah.
that could have been a worse battle. It's just that you guys were hitting fairly consistently, and you didn't have the super nice buffs kicked off for Kieran, so he was still hitting just as hard as normal.
Yeah, we've had technically low CR and like low challenge rating encounters that definitely hurt us because of either poor planning or bad situation or, all kinds of things.
The Vemarak is a CR 14, so it was pretty easy encounter.
Yeah, par for the course. Relatively easy.
So you guys are there in this little the opening of this ravine, sort of. And again, I described it before, but you see like there's tangled filaments and roots on both sides of the walls ahead of you that kind of make this broad hallway seem pretty claustrophobic as the jungle mushroom roots kind of take over the whole area. But as you look around deeper in, you don't see any other movement in the vicinity.
I would like to roll to extract the diamonds from the exoskeleton of this creature.
Okay. Yeah, there are 20 10k diamonds in the
Wow.
carapace.
How long is it going to take?
Like, 20 seconds, easy.
Yeah, easy.
All right, Kieran gets on that. Chip, 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 chip.
No, looking at the creature there doesn't appear to be anything of import. It was not carrying a great deal of loot in its tentacles.
Unfortunate.
I think so. This creature was a dungeoneering roll to identify. This was an aberration.
Yes, it was an aberration. Yeah.
Okay. Kieran's going to study it a little bit. He's trying to study the enemies that we fight more so that he can gain knowledge. So he'll just be kind of looking it over, studying its features and especially the spore cloud. Does that dissipate when the creature dies?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because that's something he hasn't experienced before, because it was seemingly a natural effect that had a magical... I'm sorry, it was a natural like cloud that had a magical effect, which was weird.
It was technically a supernatural ability.
Yeah, it just seemed like some of the other things that we've fought that was more just like a physical manifestation, but this had like a supernatural effect to it, which he was very interested in.
Yeah, you're looking around. What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, Jessup will come over and, because Kieran mentioned about all the different holes there with the shinies in it.
The cubbies, I think, are over here, right?
Yeah, they are on the northern wall where you're standing. Yeah, that's right. And Kieran, if you go over there, you do see the book that you were trying to get with Mage Hand that kind of fell onto the ground. You do see that there, and you can pick that up. And it does, you guys are probably going around doing your standard thing. It does appear to be a magical tome of some kind.
Interesting.
If you kind of go through the rest of the loot here, you do see that there's probably somewhere about, let me see if I can find the exact number here. You find roughly 542 platinum worth of various coins of different kinds and some like jewelry. There are no like big diamonds or anything, but there's, general odds and ends that total up to be worth about 542 platinum pieces.
All right, I would like to look over this book and I'll roll a spellcraft on it.
All right.
Jessup will aid. Otto.
Oran will try and
15
aid.
plus the caster level of the item is the DC.
Gideon will also try to aid.
I do not aid.
Aw, poor Oran.
I don't even know how to read.
I aid. It looks like a spellbook to me, a grimoire.
A grimoire.
So no aid from Oran, aid from Gideon, aid from Jessup, and my roll is a 22 with a natural 4, so it'll be a 26.
26 total? Okay. You're looking at it, and unfortunately, Gideon kind of, he was saying, like, oh, that looks like a spellbook to me, and you're looking at it, and it's 100% not a spellbook, and that kind of threw off your whole thing, so you're not sure what it is.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Typical Gideon.
Gideon's aid is actually what caused you to fail there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jessup, maybe you should have a look at this and don't let Gideon sway you, because he misled me and I'm not really sure what this is, but perhaps
I
maybe
apologize.
you will
I did not
have
mean
better
to mislead
Don't talk,
you.
Gideon. Don't talk.
Jessup will.
The educated
All
folk
right.
are having a conversation.
Okay,
Educated
now,
folk.
Jessup will take the book and then immediately dart and look down the hallway. Ah, with my superior dark vision, I see that there's something down that way, looking at us. And he points.
Oh, do I sense anything in 60 feet, Jason?
Nope.
What?
And he will roll for oratory.
Did he just try and misdirect?
What in
Gideon.
the world?
I
are
didn't mean to
you
click too
doing?
many times. Hold on. I meant this one. Hold on.
4.
I see.
5 attempts.
Wait, why
What
did
in
this
the
so many
world?
go off? It got
Goodness, you're
progressively
really...
worse, too.
You went from 43 to 42 to 39 to 34 to 33.
As the lie goes on, it gets worse and worse.
We'll just take the last one there.
Okay.
So you are able to identify this.
Oh wait, I was bluffing, but okay.
He was bluffing.
Oh, that was your bluff? I thought
I
you
was
were
trying
doing
to
a
bluff
performance.
Gideon to look the other way so he didn't distract him from casting and identifying and trying to get to the book.
It's okay. You didn't need to roll bluff. Gideon trusts you.
Kieran fell for it because Sarah fell for it.
Yeah, Sarah totally did.
Yep, totally did.
All right, let me ask. It'll be 10 higher than this, Jason.
All right.
38. That wasn't that much better.
That will succeed with the +10. You did need the identify spell. You are able to identify this as a manual of bodily health.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Specifically, it is the +2 version. It is worth 55,000 gold.
What does this do?
So you found a similar book in book 3 that was for intelligence that you gave to the wizard. This, if you spend a total of 48 hours over the period of no less than 6 days to read this tome, you will gain a +2 inherent bonus to your constitution score.
Whoa. Jessup keeps this for himself.
So it was the manual of bodily health.
Yes, a manual of bodily health +2.
So what's the +2 mean?
It just means that's the bonus you get for reading it.
Oh, what was the intelligence one we found?
The +2.
Oh, okay, same thing. Got it. Do they go to do they have +4 and 6s or?
It goes from +1 to +5. +5 is the max that you can get for one of these books, and that costs 137,500 gold.
Well, that's not too bad.
I cannot stop typing Manuel, not manual. Manuel.
Manuel of bodily health.
Manuel.
It's a stupid E versus A. Manuel.
Jeez, no, I can't help it. All right, so Jessup would. Interesting. So this book appears to give somebody a bonus to their, body and fortitude. Kind of looks over to Kieran. I think that also would help with resisting poisons and the like.
Well, I'm sure it is, but it seems like it's a very valuable object. I don't know if I'd want to waste it on me.
That would not be a waste, Kieran.
Go for it.
Are you certain no one else would? I mean, we all could make use of it.
Give it to the golem.
Can it only be used once, Jessup, or more?
The benefit's only once, but if you prefer reading material for bed, I'm sure you can continue.
Well, I mean, if the rest of you are fine with it, then I can spend some of our downtime reading through this book. Watch the AP be over within 6 days and I never get the benefits of it. All right, well, if you guys are okay with it, then Kieran would take the book and burn it with holy fire.
Ah!
That is not what I said.
Well, gentlemen, do you think we should progress further into this tree, or should we circle back around and go to the top of this hill, crest the hill and see what's at the top? It looks like it might... Actually, I don't know that.
I vote the hill.
I think I would like to check out the hill as well before we progress further in.
I like the hill.
All right, let us leave.
How long is your golem going to be out with us?
15 minutes.
Okay.
You guys circle back around to the base of the hill there and you start climbing up. And again, you can see that the jungle of mushrooms at the top of this hill kind of hides what's in the center. But I'll just read the whole description here. So this hill of twisted wicker and gore rises above the canopy, presenting, as you get closer, what appears to be an oasis-like pool surrounded by fetid plant life. A stream of greenish liquid rhythmically drips from the ceiling into the roiling pool at the center, releasing a caustic smell. Besides the pool, there is a patch of ridge-like mushrooms that tower 10 feet tall. The flickering glow of phosphorescent insects occasionally illuminates ominous shapes in the pool. Formed over the top of this massive granite shelf that you guys were just down below in, this hill provides, as you look around, a pretty decent overlook across most of the subterranean valley here, at least for those who can see in total darkness. So, I mean, all of you can see in darkness, but Jessup's the only one who can really make good use of the vantage point up here. The slopes leading to and from the hill on both sides are steep and fairly uneven, but not so much that you can't scamper up there. And I will reveal kind of what you see as I was describing. There is a pool of caustic liquid in the center of this.
I drink it.
Ew, don't do that.
I send the golem into the caustic liquid.
It explodes.
He'll be fine.
Gideon didn't even come with you guys.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's like, I live down here now.
He's still looking for the enemy that Jessup called out.
I do not see it.
You have the highest perception. And you're stuck
He's
there.
really focusing.
He is.
Perhaps. No. Jessup would not lie to me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All right. So as you guys kind of crowd around up here, so Kieran and Gideon, it looks like you guys are approaching the pool. Oran, are you really sending the golem in there to like test the waters? Okay.
yeah. Step in that water for me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the golem begins to step into the pool of acid there, and you can see that there's kind of like a sizzling as he steps in, as it begins eating away at him. He will take some damage.
Oh no.
For stepping in the pool of what is essentially acid. So the golem will take 36 points of acid damage.
Oh my goodness.
As he begins stepping into the pool.
Back up. No.
He immediately pulls back out. Gideon and Kieran, you guys are kind of watching that, and you can see that as the golem steps out of the pool, like the stone, any ornate stonework around the legs is now kind of just like a sludge of eaten away acidic stone that is remaining. But it's kind of strange. The ripples that were made by the golem as it walked in, they kind of slowly reverberate to the other side of this pool, and then they keep going. Like they don't end when it leaves. And slowly you see two little humps of liquid begin to rise up and coalesce into creatures.
What?
As these appear before you.
Oh boy, those look like succubi.
And I will need a initiative roll as they immediately begin to turn in your directions, and it looks like they are about to throw some sludge.
No.
We could have avoided this.
Oh, man.
I doubt this was avoidable.
Why? We could have just not gone up to this hill.
They knew we were there.
Did they? Wow, my initiative is still garbage. I'm staring right at the pool.
Kieran with a 12, Jessup with a 23.
Wow, rude. Mine's 10. Rude. I'm 2 less than you, and my initiative's garbage. Okay, that's fine.
I have a +8.
This initiative array is a little bit closer to what we normally see.
Yeah.
All right. Round 1. We are going to go with the first creature here, Red. It is going to throw some slime at Kieran.
Why
so
me?
against flat-footed Kieran.
not the stone golem that walked into their little pool.
Why not me?
Well,
I'm fine with any of those options.
I'm looking at the stats of this thing, and it knows what it's doing.
He's just looking at my HP, and he's like, I'm going to go for the guy that's down down 62 hit points.
Are you flying, by the way, still, right?
I am, yes.
Okay,
I'm always
it's
flying.
going to throw it at you for sure.
Wait, you didn't want to heal up before?
Oh, fudge. We probably should have healed up.
Yeah.
No, it's sludge.
Oh, sludge.
Oh, Sludge.
I'll pay more attention as a dutiful healer, and I'll heal you next time.
Wow.
Oh, it's Oran. Wow.
I apologize for lacking and trusting another to fill that party role. I'll make sure that you're taken care of from now on.
Yeah, you remember when Gideon used to be a tank for our party? Miss those days.
Yeah, well, pass that buck too.
All right, that will be a 28 flat-footed AC for this
Yes.
slime.
Is it touch AC?
It doesn't say it's a touch attack.
My flat-foot is still 27, so.
Okay. So the slime, it slimes you. You take 3 points of damage. Plus...
I was waiting for that.
Do you have acid resistance?
I don't.
Okay, so I can just roll this straight. You also take 13 points of acid damage.
Okay. It burns my
And-
eyes.
Nah.
I'm nauseated.
As an attack action, it can hurl a glob of slime, which it did. Any creature struck by it must make a reflex save. I need a reflex save.
All right, reflex save 25.
25. As this slime covers your body, you kind of spread your arms and begin to quickly try to throw it off of your body, and you are able to avoid being entangled by this sticky ichor.
Oh, so it's like marshmallow fluff.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like acidic fluff.
Yep. It's trying to bog down your movements, and you were
The
flying.
throwing peeps.
It's more like melted peeps because peeps are not sticky unless you melt them.
All right. So that is its turn for now. Brings us to Jessup.
Yes.
Jessup is barely aware that there's something going on. You'd be able to hear Kieran's reaction to being slimed, but you're not sure what's going on because you can't really see through this wall of mushrooms in front of you.
Yeah, so I'm basically just gonna double move up to where they are. Probably swift action, start performance, and then if I can get up high enough, I will attempt to monster lore.
So you'll definitely be able to move up there with a double move. Do you want to be right behind him? Like, where do you want to be?
Do I have to stay in there to be able to see him?
Anywhere in the general area back here, you can see. Like, this is a more sparse opening.
Can I be back 5 feet?
Yeah, that's fine. It was 45
Okay.
movement to get to the square I put you in, so you'd still
Oh yeah,
have-
that's fine. Yeah, I'll move to there. All right, so double move, swift action, inspire, and free action. Try to monster lore.
Okay, it'll be a knowledge planes.
Wow, 19. That was a 5.
19. You are able to identify the creature and get one piece of information.
Oh, interesting.
You identify this as an Amox demon. It is a chaotic evil medium outsider with a bunch of subtypes: aquatic, chaotic, demon, evil, extraplanar, bunch of stuff going on there. It's a rancid smelling mound of what looks to be like animated ooze that's kind of got a shifting countenance and a hideous shape of like a half melted person. Let me blow this up for you so you can see.
All right, I can see where you thought it was a succubi, Sarah.
And you get one question about an Amox demon.
I guess give me a special ability.
A special ability.
It could be the turd throwing thing too if you want to, Jason, because I didn't see it. So
I'll give you one that might be more interesting for you to know.
okay.
Amox demons have something known as the smothering ability. When they use grab, which they have on one of their attacks, if they grab you, which they can do to a creature of any size, it will attempt to flow over the victim and into their mouth and nose to smother it. And
Ooh.
each round that it maintains the grapple, the victim cannot breathe or speak. And then you get into suffocation rules.
My goodness.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Don't let it touch you.
All right. This Amox demon over here is going to move up. Is that what it's going to do? Actually, let's do something that might be fun. Anybody want to volunteer to roll a D100?
I love responsibility.
We got one. Okay.
Jessup rolled a 73.
Would someone like to volunteer to roll a D4?
That's somebody else.
You got it, boss.
Oh, I don't know if these are good or
That's-
not.
Okay.
That's not so good. I feel like I wanted a 1 there.
All right. Fun times
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm really starting to feel like I wanted a 1 there.
As 4 creatures are summoned
Oh.
around you.
Oh no! Those things kill. They have Jessup Bane.
Oh boy. I didn't think I'd get 4 of them.
That's a lot. That's
That is definitely a lot, yeah.
max,
gotta-
yeah.
Gotta add these guys to the initiative order here.
Is it a D4 plus 1 or just a D4?
Well, since you rolled a 4 and there are 4.
Yeah, it's a once per day summon ability. Not summon monster, by the way, so it's not like a full round action, it's a summon ability.
Sure.
30% chance to summon another Amox demon, and then on top of that, a 60% chance for the Babaus, so 1 to 30 for an Amox, 31 to 90 for the Babaus, And then 91 to 100, I guess it fails. I don't know. I don't know what the last 10% is supposed to be, but it doesn't tell me.
A pit fiend.
Oh, God, that would not be goodness.
Well, that's Iron Fang for you.
Yeah. So I just gotta add these guys as colors, and as summons work, I assume they work on the same turn. So that'll be the Omox Demon's turn, but we're gonna have some Babaus go, and I'm just gonna have all 4 of them attack Gideon. They'll probably all miss, but
Yeah, go for
that's
it.
what they're gonna do. So they have 1, 2. Oh, they do have long spears. So they have 2 long spears and a bite each. So I'm just gonna roll 12 d20s because the bonuses on these, I think they have to roll a natural 20 to hit you. So I'm just gonna roll 12 d20s and see if any of them are natural 20s.
Wow.
2. So 2 hits. Yeah, they have to roll a natural 20 to hit you.
All right. Then fortification. And not that it matters. You can roll to confirm, and then
I'll roll
confirm.
2d20 to confirm. So neither of those are going to confirm.
So you don't even have to worry about moderation or anything.
Yeah, both of them have sneak attack though. So does that apply?
Yes, I believe so. Let me check. I believe it's stuff like that. If not, I also have a buffering cap, which I may or may not use.
Yeah, so fortification, there is a chance that a critical hit or sneak attack is negated and damage is rolled normally. And yours is a 50% chance?
50% chance.
50%? Okay, so I guess you can roll a d100 twice, 1 to 50. You are able to negate the sneak attack damage.
Okay, so I'm able to negate one of them.
Yeah, so 1 normal hit and then 1 sneak attack hit. So the normal hit is going to be 15 points of damage. The sneak attack hit is going to be 16 points of damage.
Wow, that's okay.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 and then a 1, so the sneak attack kind of just made the 1 not as bad.
Yeah, I guess.
That is the Babau's turns, which brings us to Kieran.
Okay. Can I move to this square here?
I'm going to say no. Any square that's mostly mushroom is pretty much impassable.
I think if you were to calculate, I think it's mostly free.
I was gonna say if you want to do the percentages, you know.
Okay, you want me to get the actual wording here?
If I
Look at the
stand
wording for
here,
you.
I'm not in the pool, right? If I stand
No, you're not
here?
in the pool, no.
Okay. So then I will move to be here. And then I'm going to cast a spell. I will cast... See, I can't remember. Can I roll knowledge planes on the bows?
Sure.
Natural 1.
Okay. You recognize them because you've fought them before, but you don't remember much about them. You know that they're wielding long spears and they've been biting.
Yeah, see, I remember they were, I think, immune to electricity, and...
I don't know. Let me check. Okay, I now know whether that is true or not.
I can't remember. I know that when I fought them before, they made me frustrated because I couldn't really do anything, but I'm going to just try... I'm going to try a Cone of Cold to get all 4 of those guys, so the 2 Amox and then the 2 Babau north of Gideon. So,
Okay,
I don't know how... Spell resistance? Do they all have spell resistance?
They all have spell resistance.
Shocking. Wow. I'm so shocked and surprised. Never seen this happen before, so...
Give me 4 spell resistance and let me know which one goes to which creature.
Okay, so we'll start clockwise with the green Babau.
Okay.
So these will be 4 higher. So first one, 30.
That'll go through.
Second one, 34.
That'll go through.
And then blue Amox is 21.
Let me change. That will not go through.
You can't just change their spell resistance.
No, I
because
had
you
to go
want
from the stat block for the Babaus to the Mox.
He could. He could if he wanted to.
Let me just change what the spell resistance is. It was 21.
Change the spell resistance to 57. So that one will not go through.
Red Amox is 29.
That one will.
All right, so only the blue one it only fails to hit the blue one. So
Yes. So
the
the others
rest will
get
need
reflex saves?
reflex saves.
Okay, so the Amox
DC 20.
gets a 23 reflex save. Each of the Babaus, they might not pass this. So green Babau got a 21,
That passes.
and red Babau also 21. 2 15s on the die.
Oh, they're not going to pass this. Let me just.
They only had a +6, so I didn't think that they were going to do it.
They take 24, so all of them take 24 cold damage.
24. Okay, it looks like all of them do take some cold damage, but not as much as you'd expect.
Oh no, I expect very low things at this point, so the fact that any of it went through was like, okay, all right, that's good. I expected none of it to go through. But that is, well, let's see. I will say I'm also going to cast a quickened mirror image on myself, because I can do that now. And I will do... Good heavens, I completely forgot how to roll mirror images. So 1d4 plus 5.
Question, there was a lot of stuff going on in that moment. Were you casting that defensively?
Yes, because the bows have reach. So I
They have a
would
long
cast
spear.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would cast it defensively. So the first one would be, or I guess I only have to roll it once, right? Because
For
it was
that
just
spell,
one spell.
yeah, because you're only casting one spell.
All right, so this has a +4 on it, a 40,
Okay.
a 42.
That's plenty for that spell.
So quicken
Quicken, you
spells.
don't have to.
Right, okay. So then mirror image is a 1d4 plus 4, so I get low minimum
Nice.
images. Roll20 really hates me, so
Yeah.
5 images. That's my turn.
All right. And at the end of your turn, give me a fortitude save.
Because I'm adjacent to the pool, probably.
What?
15.
15. You will take, let me scroll down. You take 1 point of constitution damage as these fumes begin to choke you.
Ugh.
So that does actually affect my con now.
Oh, did you already
So-
have con damage?
I did from something. I don't remember what, but I have a con damage from something.
Oh, that's fun.
So -1 to
That's fun.
Constitution. So that makes my hit points go down. Lovely.
That's fun.
Which they're already down because I'm level trained. So
That's fun.
they go down by my whole hit dice, right? So 14?
Yes. I
Ah.
believe so.
Okay, cool.
But it is now Oran's turn.
But it's now Oran's turn. Like somehow that's gonna get better.
Well, Oran's going to save everyone.
I don't know about that. Everything has stupid.
Interesting. It's a very interesting ability.
All right, we're gonna do the golem first while I think through what I want to do for Oran.
Okay.
So the golem can move 20 feet.
I'm going to say I will allow the golem to move through the mushrooms because it's a large stone creature, but it will still have difficult terrain.
Okay, so 10 feet.
Yes, as a single move. Normally, those mushrooms would be, like, the idea is that they're thick enough that you can't really traverse them, but I will allow it for that creature. But yeah, still difficult terrain.
Then go there. I have 10-foot reach. Does that mean I could hit the red one with the golem?
Yep.
All right, so I get 1 slam. Hey, yeah! Oh my gosh!
A
Get outta
natural
here.
1 will fail.
Out of here!
Unfortunately.
All right, and we don't have haste anymore, correct?
Correct. Yes.
40 feet. What's my movement now that I'm a halfling? I don't remember. It used to be 30. I don't remember what it is now.
If you still have those boots, it's probably still 30.
It's still 30 because I still have the boots.
Yeah.
Don't I have some kind of shirt that helps me run or something? Quick
I
runner
think
shirt. What's that do?
Gideon has that. Oh, you have that too?
I have that. What's a quick runner shirt do?
It lets you take a move action, but you lose any unspent actions by doing so.
Oh.
So it's basically like you can move 3 times in a turn, or you can move, attack, move. But like if you use the shirt's move action, anything you haven't done yet is lost.
All right, so I'll move up here and channel malleable symbol. Sorry, it's been weeks, so I don't remember all what the malleable symbol does. So let me look at it real quick.
Unless you just change the orientation of your channel to be as a cone or a line, or I think you can do it as like a ranged burst.
I can do a 10-foot burst centered anywhere within 30 feet, or a 60-foot line, or a 30-foot cone.
Yes.
So if I did a 10-foot burst, I'm going to do that, center it there, and then that should just hit Gideon, right? Or not Gideon, Kieran, correct?
From this square right here?
Yeah. Or I guess I could just put it right here, because then it won't hit. Well, then it would.
If you put it right here, you could at least unselect. You could
Yeah. That'll work. Then I
exclude
can
those
unselect
two.
everybody. Yeah, that would
I was
work.
saying, if you're doing it over here, I don't think you can exclude that many creatures.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
right
right.
in the middle of 4 of them.
Right. 8d6, 30 points.
So technically that would hit you and Kieran.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I mean, I know I'm not the party's healer, but I'm here for you.
You know what? You're doing a
got you.
pretty good job
I
as the
got
party
you.
healer. So
I'll
I appreciate
I'll
it.
stand in till Gideon's available.
Yep, I appreciate that. You passed in my book.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's like an area effect, right? Like, because he doesn't have to roll, because I have images, so that's not like a
No,
touch
that's
thing.
an AoE, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of the party healer, that does bring us to Gideon
Hey. All right then. He will, of course, start healing
himself.
by dealing damage.
By dealing damage, the best defense is a strong offense.
Yeah. I guess he'll start with red and just go clockwise, trying to beat these guys.
Everybody knows that the best medicine is violence.
So you are full attacking and you're spreading it out 1 attack each, yes?
No, not to start. I don't know. I'm tempted to good hope, but
I'll take
then
a
I'd
good
have
hope.
then I'd have to roll defensively.
Demons can get morale bonuses, I'll take it.
We'll just beat on him. And we'll attempt a 2-weapon fight until he proves that he can't actually do that. But who knows? Maybe their AC is low.
Alright, 35 will hit. 14, 13 would miss. 25 will hit. Make a reflex save. 22? Okay, make another one.
Ugh, 11.
Okay. So again, with your Morning Star, you do strike the creature, dealing a little bit of damage against
Yep.
it. Against red here, so do a little bit of damage.
Was it just one hit?
He hit twice. He hit once with the mace and once with the shield. Unfortunately, the shield did not do any damage, so
Didn't do any damage?
yeah, the shield, as you hit it with the shield, you see that it seems to have resisted pretty much all of the damage that the shield did. In addition, a bit of you see that there's like a glistening protective slime around this creature, and as you hit it with the shield, this slime kind of gets all over the shield, and it's not quite as bad as when the stone golem walked into the acid pool, but you do get the sense that your shield is being slowly eaten away by the acid, as the shield does take 6 points of damage. That's not going to be nearly enough because it's a magically reinforced shield, but as time goes on,
Yeah.
you will have to be careful about your shield's hit points.
And cold iron and silver, the shield counts at, as I remember, or you remembered that in the past.
Yep, cold iron and silver, that's all well and good, but it still seems to resist the... Oh wait, no. It's an or, not an and. So the shield damage will go through. I'll let that go through, yeah.
Okay, cool.
The and or the or is important in that context.
Can you also let Jessup's additional 5 discordant go off then too?
I'll think about it.
I appreciate your consideration.
All right. End of round 1. We are back to round 2.
Such a long round.
Well, that happens when
goodness.
there's like 27
Oof.
creatures on this.
Right?
Part of me wonders if I should do this. Anybody want to roll a d100?
I got it. 34.
34. Okay, so that is unfortunately not within the 1 to 30 range that I was kind of hoping for. Who wants to roll a d4?
Sarah.
Yeah, this is the time I'm going to roll a 4, though.
So be it.
Been there, done that. Oh,
3.
close.
Not bad. So we're going to get...
This is going to be our last combat of the session, isn't it?
Hey, you know what I wish I would have prepared, but I stopped preparing it because people in our party aren't lawful. Dictum. Wouldn't dictum come in a real handy right now? Probably.
Well, that's what you used. That's what you used the last time we fought Babaus.
Yeah. Last time when I thought that the Babao fight was going to be really, really, really bad, you were like, nah, just get rid of them all.
Yeah.
Don't you have some domains thing that'll help you, though? A domain spell you could use?
I mean, I have a couple that I can use, yeah. They'll help me. I don't know how much of help they'll be for you guys.
It wasn't Dictum that you cast, was it? Didn't you cast Dismissal? Or is Dictum the same thing as Dismissal?
It's dictum just has the qualifier that if you're on your home plane when you cast this, non-lawful extraplanar creatures within the area are instantly banished back to their home planes.
Okay. All right. So that'll be the standard action of the Amox to do that. It'll 5-foot step deeper in, and then the babaus will go off, going after the ranged guy in the back that's buffing. So we're gonna do 3 attacks.
What are you talking
these
about? I haven't
ones-
done a buff.
Yeah, you're inspiring.
Do they speak common, Jason? How do they know I'm not inspiring?
Well, that's a good question. What do they speak? They have telepathy, which is like the best possible form of common. I think telepathy actually is. I don't think that's restricted on languages. Their 19 intelligence, 23 wisdom, and 22 charisma will allow them to deduce.
Well, I would like to say that I took the feat occlumency, so they can't.
Oh, I don't even know what. I don't think that's a real
party
feat.
that you let me take.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. So against Jessup, let me roll a bunch of. Well, you're not flat-footed this time. So if your AC is 30, then that would mean the natural 20 will hit. The second attack will miss. The third attack will miss. The next 3 attacks will miss. Yeah. Okay. So the natural 20 hits, and that's it.
Stay alive.
Oh, not too bad.
So to confirm, the natural 20 with the natural 20.
Oh no! Don't you dare roll it in chat, Jason.
Oh, you want me to roll it in chat?
Don't you dare.
I'm going to roll the third one in chat. Okay.
Whew.
I also rolled it physically and got a 13, so you're good either way. So it will confirm, however, dealing. Oh, this is times 3. Dang. 31 points of damage, and then the sneak attack, because you're flanked, will be another 7. So 38 total points of damage from that attack.
Ow!
And that'll be all of their turns. And it's your turn now, Jessup.
Wait, even the red was able to hit me? Way over there?
No, the purple, pink, and yellow around you all attacked you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they had multi-attacks. Okay, I was about to say.
Yes. So that was all their turns, basically. Well, you do know that the other 4 babaus go after you, so...
Jessup's going to cast a spell. Well, he's going to maintain performance, and he's going to cast defensively.
I was going to say, are you?
No,
Are you
I'm
doing
not
that
that
defensively?
stupid. No. Yeah, let's just throw caution to the wind.
Also, while he's doing that, Gideon, give me a fortitude save.
For why, boss?
Because you're next to the pool.
It was 15 plus
15
double
plus
spell
double
level.
the spell
Yeah.
level.
Okay, so I lost it. That was a solid 18 caster level check.
Sad day.
19.
Gideon takes 1 point of constitution damage.
Had I 5-foot stepped to there, would I have avoided it?
I don't know. Actually, I do know, but I won't tell you.
I guess Jessup's just going to try to 5-foot step if he can.
Okay, Jessup tries to defensively cast haste, then tries to do a 15-foot step. Okay, 5-foot step, there you go. Yeah.
That's my turn. Sorry, guys.
And just so you know, it's not a wall, it's a cliff behind you.
Oh, so I can keep going.
You can keep, yeah, you can keep going if you want to.
Cool.
It is now the blue Amox Demon's turn and all the other babaus. So the blue Amox Demon is going to move up right to the edge of the pool and is going to take 1 attack against Gideon. 1 slam attack. Let's see. That is a 34.
No.
Okay. You are able to shield bash the slam attack to the side. The babaus will now all attack. And again, I'm just going to roll 12 d20s, see if any of them are natural 20s. None of them are natural 20s. The 17s and the 18s, they are flanking. That's still not going to hit 30. So you are just getting absolutely bombarded by spear and bite attacks, but your armor holds strong for now.
This is a good image. I'll take this one.
What a legend.
I know, right?
That brings us to Kieran. You can see that your 2 allies down here are getting surrounded, one of them more so than the other, and yet somehow the other one is taking more damage than the first one.
Does Jessup have a weapon out? Like, is he threatening?
I doubt it. He probably has a... Does he have a bow out?
No. I
No?
would put
Okay.
that away. I usually put it away between combats.
Then probably not. I mean, you could have drawn it while you moved over. I just didn't know if you...
I don't know if Jessup would have thought to do it, so
Okay.
he doesn't do it often, so no.
To what? Draw a dagger?
A bow.
Oh, Okay.
I mean, I could draw the bow, but I'm going to be firing into melee like all the time, so I probably wouldn't bother.
Yeah, but you don't have a dagger out because you're in melee with all these things? Like, you wouldn't have drawn a dagger just as, like, self-defense? I mean, it's fine. I'm just trying to set up flanking, and I don't think I can anyway.
If you shout it out, I can. I think Jessup does it, like, proactively. I don't know if he ever does it defensively.
Let's see. If I were to fly up and over to this square, would I be able to do that with 90 feet without provoking?
Leaving the square you're in alone would provoke from the one.
Right, but I could avoid, like, provoking from the others.
Potentially, if you have a 90-foot, going straight up is double movement. You'd have to go up 15 feet to get out of their 10-foot reach, so that would be 30 feet of movement. Then how far laterally is that to where you want to go? Where is it? This square? This square? What
It
square?
was this.
square.
It was this square.
So 30 feet of movement to go straight up, 40 feet over would be 70 feet, and then you can descend at twice speed. So with 90 foot, yeah, you could get there.
Or I could 5-foot fly, be hovering over the pool, and still be flanking with Gideon, right?
Yeah, those are two options.
Okay, I'm gonna do option B. So I'm gonna free action grow my claws again. I'm going to 5-foot fly to be hovering over this pool, flanking with Gideon. I'm going to quicken cast a spell. So the spell is Sense of Vitals.
Okay.
And so basically this will allow me to sneak attack. I don't know if they're immune to precision damage, but any creature within 30 feet of me, I can potentially sneak attack. So
just so you know, this allows you to use any manufactured weapon to make sneak attacks.
right, I'm setting it up though. I'm trying to set it
Okay.
up. I don't,
Okay.
well, because I could have.
I just wanted to make sure that you, like, that technically the wording would exclude bite and claws.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, because I can't get into flanking with my glaive right now. So I'm trying to do
Correct.
as many attacks as I can and then try to
Okay.
get there. So I guess I probably should have waited to cast that spell until I actually had the glaive. But that's
I mean, it's
fine.
probably not going to... When
it
you
shouldn't-
cast, it's not really going to matter, right?
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure
So-
that we were clear on that.
For right now, I will just do a bite and 2 claws.
Okay.
So my bite attack is 36. My claw
That'll
attack is 33.
Yep.
My other claw is 35.
Yep. Those
Alright.
will all hit green.
So if I remember correctly, I think they're immune to electricity or something. I can't remember, but so this would be 15 points of bludgeoning, piercing, slashing on the bite, and then 2 points of acid. No,
Okay.
electricity.
It looks like the vast majority of that damage does not get through. Some does. Some of your claw scrapes away at them, but not much.
Okay. Figured as much. So then the claw damage is
All right,
again
some of your bite gets through.
12 damage. So barely anything gets through with that claw. And then the second claw is 15.
Okay. And I will need 3 reflex saves.
18, 21, 23.
Okay. Each time you hit it, you notice that there is this sort of slime, this acidic slime covering the creature's skin, but you are able to deal your damage quick enough that you don't actually take any damage from the acid itself.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to the party's tank, Oran.
I want to try a spell. Shield of Law.
Okay. So it's 1 creature per level in a 20-foot radius burst centered on you. Okay.
Oh, I want to move first, obviously. But
Yep.
yeah.
So each creature gets +4 deflection to AC, +4 resistance to saves. Okay. Unlike protection, this applies against all attacks, not just attacks by chaotic creature. Okay. Spell resistance 25 against chaotic spells. Okay. Protects you from possession and mental influence. Okay. If a chaotic creature succeeds on a melee attack against you, it is slowed with a will save to negate it. Okay.
It's a nifty little
Yeah. Lots of stuff going on in that spell.
Domain spell.
And would you look at that? All of these guys are chaotic outsiders.
What?
Imagine that.
How nifty.
All right, so you are going to move and cast that spell in a 20-foot burst.
I moved 5 foot forward
Okay.
because that's enough from where
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
standing from me.
Okay. So that is your turn. The golem can move. I will say if he moves so that the majority of him is in the acid, I will count that not as full immersion, but as being partially in the acid.
What if he moves to here?
So that would provoke, but he could do it, and he'll be fine. He'll be out of the acid.
I will do that.
Okay. The provokes from them are all gonna miss, so you're good.
Okay.
But with difficult terrain, that will take his double move to get there, I think. Right?
What it? 10
5,
feet?
10. No, 10 feet. No, yeah, he still has attack. You're right.
Yeah, 10 feet. Yeah. So he'll attack blue witch lady. Demon lady.
Hitting over the bow.
Yeah. A natural 20.
Natural 20 will hit.
Does he crit? Is that a thing?
Yeah, he can.
Oh,
It's
he
an
can?
attack roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Will a 38 confirm?
38 will confirm.
All right, so what's the damage? Normally it's 2d10 plus 9.
So it'd be 4d10 plus 18.
44.
All right. A big chunk of sludge gets hit off and reemerges with the pool.
I don't think I can use his slow because I think it would affect...
It would affect two of your... Actually, it would affect you and your allies.
Yeah, so no, I won't use his slow. Okay.
But
That's
it
my
would
turn.
affect 4 of the enemies, so
No,
it
no,
evens
no.
out.
No.
All right.
No, thank you.
I just looked over at my... So I have all of the enemies for the rest of like this area in my combat manager. They're just like not in the initiative chart, but it counts them as being one encounter. So I just looked over and the XP is like 2 million something. And I was like, my goodness.
We're leveling up after this fight.
After Oran, it is Gideon.
He will cast defensively a level 3 spell.
Okay.
He does. Good hope.
All right.
And then he will move action, call forth an invocation, smiting, destruction, or justice. Let's just call in a classic and do destruction.
Okay.
And then we'll cast grace and go here.
I really shouldn't have cast Sense Vitals, I guess. I'm never going to set up flanking.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about all that. I'll just stay there.
No,
I was worried about the.
You already did
All
it.
right.
Go ahead. You're fine.
I was worried about the con damage. I forgot about your plans.
All right. That's your turn.
Yeah, what buffs? We have haste now.
Yeah, so Jessup is saying that you guys would have haste because when he rolled a caster level, not a concentration check.
Yeah, I rolled a 18 just based off of caster level, and my concentration would have made it 4 higher. So I would have rolled a 22, and haste being 3rd level would have been a 21 DC. I mean, we could just call it. I didn't. I just realized that after the fact.
No, I'm fine with that. It's not a big deal. Because it's going to be the top of round 3 and it's my turn anyways. Let's do some stuff here.
No, don't.
Do some stuff. So Red, the Red Almox Demon, is going to try to do that slime attack against Kieran again now that he's above the acid.
All right, that will provoke.
For how?
Because I have a glaive.
I thought you said you didn't have your glaive out yet, because you took 2 claw attacks and a bite last turn.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Filthy cheater.
So this is just, it's not a touch attack, it's just a standard.
Yeah, I mean, if I had thought about it, I should have only done 1 claw because I just assume he has his glaive. But I'll just say he was stupid and didn't have it out this time.
Yeah, I mean, even if you did have your glaive, I would have just 5-foot stepped up, but it doesn't really make a difference in the long run. That is a 35 to hit you.
Yes.
And that will be a reflex save on your part as I roll the damage.
Roll a d6. I have mirror images.
Oh, that's right. Roll 1d6.
And you have your +4 programmed in for your AC?
Yeah, it's only a +1 effectively, but yes, I do have that in there.
Okay.
So it will, on the 5 on the die, so it will get rid of an image.
Okay.
That'll be the Amox's turn. Now we go to the 3 Babao down here. They're actually going to do something nifty.
I really wish I had dictum.
Purple is going to step back. He is going to cast Dispel Magic on Gideon.
Oh.
So 1d20 plus its caster level. That will not get past anything. Pink's going to do the same. That time it got a 26. What are all the buffs that you have on, Gideon?
I have got a few here. Haste, given the retcon, Good Hope, and Iron Skin.
Okay, so I will roll 1d3. So Iron Skin. Yellow is going to step back, just 5 foot step back, and I guess he'd do it the other. Well, they know they can't hit you. Like all 12 of these guys have, all 7 of these guys have seen the 24 attacks with only 2 of them succeeded against you. So he is going to also just dispel magic. They're just trying to get you as easy to hit as possible. They don't know what else is on there. That's not going to do anything though. So that's their turn. Jessup, you are up.
Hasted Jessup. Maintain performance. Let's check that bad boy off here. Kieran wants to set a flanking, so he should pull out his dagger, right?
I don't know if it's going to work this time, but the flanking situation is somewhat unlikely.
Jason, can I roll Monster Lore against the Babao? I don't think I ever did, because I got killed.
I mean, you can. Yeah, I mean, you've fought them before, so you can.
Well, I saw them briefly.
Yeah, that would be a knowledge planes.
Nat 20 for 34.
34. So you will identify them and get 4 pieces of info.
I guess, can you just give me their defenses as detailed as you can with faces?
Yeah, so detail will say they have DR 10 cold iron or good. I'll count that as one question. Then the other part of that will be the rest of the defenses. Immune to electricity, poison, and I'll count resistant to acid, cold, and fire. So I'll say those are 2 questions to get their DR, their immunities, their resistances, and you know exactly what their DR is. And you guys already know about the protective slime that's been going off when you hit them in melee. There's some acid damage going on. Any other questions?
So it was just immune to electricity?
Immune to electricity and poison. It's resistant to pretty much everything else. Acid, cold, fire.
I'm going to... Yeah, we'll cast... We'll attempt to do another spell. This will be a level 2 spell. I'll roll the correct thing this time. Wow, another nat 20 for 39.
That'll do it for casting defensively.
We're going to do Blistering Invective, and I'm going to speak in Abyssal.
Okay.
And I'll just shout out that they're fire turds. Something like that, or demon turds. Why not? So each enemy within 30 feet. So that would be... actually, all the Babao plus, assuming if the one thing speaks Abyssal, that's all of them? Minus the red?
In fact, they all speak Celestial, Draconic, and Abyssal.
Okay. So I guess I will roll my Intimidate on them. So that'll be a 39.
39.
Do you want me to roll them individually, Jason?
I'm not gonna. I don't
I don't really want to either.
So you do succeed on the Amox, but you only get it for it's just the minimum is 1 round, right? It's every 5 above you get more rounds.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. As for the Babaos, however,
that's mostly how I wanted it for.
The Babaos, they're going to last, each of them is going to last for 3 rounds.
Okay, so they're going to be shaken for 3 rounds. And then I'm not sure if the fire really is going to make a difference for them. They'll have to roll...
it's 1d10 fire? Okay, so that's not going to get through their fire resistance.
Not even against the... forget what the slime demon is.
Nope, all of them have enough fire resistance that a d10 will not work.
Yeah, it's not even worth doing. I was doing it more for the...
we'll say that they're all on fire, but they don't care.
Okay, now they are fire turds.
However, that would make the smell even worse.
Do I have to roll a fortitude check?
Not yet. If it goes on too long, maybe, as the ooze starts to just really stink up the place.
So standard action, cast the spell. Move action, he will pull out the dagger, and then he will 5-foot step over here.
All right. Next we go to the blue Amox and all of the other Babaos at its disposal. It's going to 5-foot step a little bit back into the pool, and it's going to try to slime Kieran, who's flying above the pool. That will potentially hit with a 39, but I will roll a d5. 4, so that's another image. And then the Babau's turns. So the blue Babau is going to stay where he's at. Red's going to 5-foot step down, and they're both going to try to... Kieran, you're not flying from magic, correct?
No, I have wings.
Okay, so they won't try to dispel your fly. They will both try to dispel Gideon. So one of them has a natural 20, and so that will dispel one effect. The other one, 21, will not dispel anything. But that is one effect, and I think you said there were 2 left, Haste and Good Hope?
Haste and Good Hope.
Yes. Orange is going to step here, cast Dispel Magic defensively against Jessup.
Jessup.
So first cast defensively, that will succeed. And then the actual Dispel Magic check against Jessup is 24. I don't think that's going to be enough to dispel anything that he has on. Because I think the DC is 26, so that's not going to do anything.
Yep, should be for mine and Gideon's buffs, yep.
Green is going to step here, and actually he's gonna full attack Kieran to try to get rid of the images, so he's going to bite here, then he's going to 5-foot step and do his 2. Actually, he'll 5-foot step here and do his other 2. He's trying to put distance while simultaneously getting full attacks off. So the bite, that's probably not even going to be within 5. And then the 2 spears is 29 at least within 5. I don't think that hits you, but
It is.
Okay, so that gets rid of an image at least. I don't think it's going to hit. And then the iterative is a 20, and I don't think that's even within 5.
No.
Okay. So he gets rid of 1 image, but that's about it. And it's your turn, Kieran. They're in perfect fireball lightning bolt formation.
Yeah, that would do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but they're in formation for it still.
I am going to... So I'd have to draw my glaive as a move action, and then I couldn't full attack, which is...
I'm fine with saying you had it out because I could have just 5-foot stepped back anyways, and I don't think the 1 claw did like 2 points damage, so it's not a big deal.
Sorry to interrupt. I think I also just realized something stupid. Don't we also have spell resist against these guys technically?
We do. 25.
Does that apply to dispel magic?
No.
Okay.
Spell resistance, no. Haha, take that.
No, I was...
No, take it.
Okay, I'll take it. I accept it.
Okay, I will do 3 glaive attacks at green, and then a bite and claw. Is that how it works?
Yeah, if you 5-foot step up to it, yeah.
Okay, so I will do 3 glaive attacks, so I'd have my regular glaive, which is a natural 20,
Ooh.
with a confirmation of 33.
Against green, that will definitely succeed. That will hit and confirm.
Okay, so that damage is... There's some acid in here, so it would be 81 slashing damage.
Okay. Not all of that goes through, but it's still enough to decapitate it because it had 52 hit points left.
Okay.
And as a summoned creature, it just
Okay.
disappears.
So
that was 1 attack.
that was 1 attack. So I will 5-foot step here, and next glaive attack will be at red. So
Okay.
hasted glaive is a 35.
Against the red, a Mox Demon, a 35 will hit.
And then my iterative glaive is a natural 1.
That will not hit.
So the damage to the Amox is 22 slashing, 1 acid.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, not bad. That is now going to take us to Oran.
I will 5-foot step the golem, and he's going to smack at the blue one, the blue demon lady.
All right.
First attack, 28.
28 will miss.
24 will miss.
24 will miss even more.
Poop. Well, I guess I'll just 5-foot step and try and hit the yellow demon.
Okay, you are flanking because Jessup did pull out a dagger.
Yay!
Yes! Yes! Alright, so plus 2 to these.
All of those will hit.
And then the hasted attack.
Flanked yellow. Yep, all 4 of those will hit flanked yellow.
31, 21, 25, 39.
And your weapon doesn't like count as any sort of alignment or special material, correct? Okay.
I don't think so. No, it's a quaking hammer.
Good to know.
+2.
All right, it is still up, but it has, even though it resisted quite a bit of those attacks, given how many times it was hit, that's still a pretty significant amount of damage.
Oh, fudge. That's my turn.
Okay, that brings us to Gideon, who is still kind of surrounded. Like, if you take his allies and his enemies into account, he is almost entirely surrounded.
So this was going to happen anyway, but I do just want to roll a check if possible of these knowledge religion, knowledge planes,
Knowledge planes for anything that's going on here.
I'm not going to get the information I want, but Gideon is going to gamble anyway. Do I succeed at all to get a piece?
You identify the babaus, but you don't get enough for any special info.
So he knows where they're from and their alignment, yeah?
Yeah, you know that babaus are chaotic evil medium outsiders with the chaotic demon evil extraplanar subtypes.
He's going to take a stab and hope for the best.
Your morning stars don't stab.
He's going to swift action change his invocation to smiting. All of his allies' weapons will count as good. Aligned.
So everybody can take off destruction, and now just keep in mind that when you hit, you are good.
Which, hopefully that's enough. I don't know if it will be. And then they all had range, so I'm perfectly surrounded, yeah? They all had spears?
Yeah, literally all of them can hit you.
So we're going to take...
All 6 of them.
We're going to take a big gamble. 5-foot step this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. And cast... Actually, if they don't hit me, then I don't have to worry about it, yeah?
As long as they are not able to damage you, you're... Yeah.
Yeah. So he can take his attack of opportunity should he like it.
There will be 3 attacks of opportunity, just so you're aware.
Yeah, I'm debating that. Roll 3 d20s, except that I don't have iron skin anymore, so they could probably hit me.
Who knows?
15 plus double the spell. We'll cast a level 5 spell.
Defensively? No? Okay.
Yeah.
So DC 25, 31 will succeed.
Nice. We'll put up a wall of silver.
Ew. Okay.
And how long does it get to be?
20 feet high, 20 feet long per level.
What level am I?
15.
So 15 times 2 is 300 feet. Beautiful.
So anything with the evil descriptor can't pass through the barrier. Evil creatures take 3d6 plus 1 per caster level and are blinded for 1 round. A will save reduces the damage by half and negates the blinding. If you create it such that it appears where creatures are, they each take damage as if passing through it and can... each such creature can avoid the wall and thus take no damage by succeeding at a reflex save. Okay.
Yep. There's another gamble here. I assume it was the cold iron bypass their DR, but if it was silver, they get that extra effect.
Yeah, I don't know if Jessup spoke it out loud, but he did identify that the babaus, it's at least 10 DR 10 cold iron or good.
Oh, I didn't
So
hear that.
he recognized it, what the babaus was. I don't think anybody knows exactly what the amoks are. But
No, but silver is normally devils anyway, but that's fine. I was just gonna do it.
I think cold iron is normally devils. Silver is normally like lycanthropes, werewolves. All right, so that is 4 reflex saves to avoid damage. So the blue amoks, the reflex save is going to get me a 27.
Oh yeah, they'll pass.
And it'll end up on whichever side it wants. Let's go on this side. And then the 3 babau. What are their reflex saves? Those are the ones that aren't as good. So red got a 10. Blue got a 25,
Pass.
sorry. And purple got a 24.
Pass.
So blue and purple will jump onto the side near you guys. Red doesn't move, or does he still move? He just takes the damage still. So this can avoid the wall and thus take no damage. Well, he didn't. He takes the damage, but does he still move?
If you create the wall so that it appears where creatures are, each creature takes damage as if passing through. Each such creature can avoid the wall, ending up on the side of its choice, and thus take no damage by succeeding. So if it fails, I presume it stays where it is.
Okay. So what's the damage that thing takes?
3d6 plus 15, is that right? Yeah.
And I assume the wall spells don't have spell resistance. They do. So roll a spell resistance on that damage real quick.
For all of them, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I guess technically.
Caster levels for each.
Yes.
We'll start up here. If he has it, I don't know.
At the Mox?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
work
they all
down,
have it.
Work down like we did.
So 20, that would fail against the Amox. The other ones will all succeed on the Babao, so we're good on the Babao. The Amox technically is fine. So I guess technically the Amox wouldn't have even had to move.
Yeah.
I think it was here, actually. Alright. So that Babao red takes the full 29 points of damage, I believe. Alright. Not bad.
And the rest take nothing, is that right?
Correct, yeah. They avoided the wall. They can't pass through it now, though. Top of round 4 is the red Amox. It's going to... It's going to make a ranged attack. It'll provoke, but that's fine. So it's going to try to hit Kieran.
Okay. A 41 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
That is 26 points of damage.
All right, and you do count as good now, so that will bypass its DR. So it will take the full 26 points of damage from that. And then it's going to try to slime you again. Natural 20.
Okay.
I'll roll the mirror images before I get too excited. 1d3. 1. Ooh. To confirm. I don't know if that's going to confirm. 31 to confirm.
AC 32.
That's stupid. Do I get any situational bonuses? I don't think so. That is sad. It does hit, just doesn't crit. I guess the crit damage wouldn't have really been all that much more anyways. So you don't have any acid resistance, so I'll just roll a straight 4d6. You take 10 points of damage, and give me a reflex save, because this did hit you.
A 20.
A 20. You are entangled for 1 round. Okay. Let me just look up what entangled does to flying creatures, if anything. It might not do much of anything, but I'll just... Characters ensnared, being entangled impedes movement but does not entirely prevent it unless it's anchored someplace. An entangled creature moves at half speed, cannot run and charge. If you attempt to cast a spell, you have to make a concentration check. So I guess being entangled does not cause you to fall or anything.
No, yeah. I can picture it. Like vines or things kind of like reaching up and lashing out or holding you back a little.
Through the acid?
Yeah.
Well, not vines in this case, but something that can
The
do it.
actual acid is what's doing it.
It's the acid, yeah.
But yeah, you can feel that this sludge, this acid is eating away at you. It's trying to impede your movement, but your wings are still strong enough to maintain flight, so you don't just fall into the pool of acid beneath you, luckily. And that'll be its turn. We now go to the yellow, pink, and purple Babao. So yellow is going to step here and attack Jessup, I guess, because it's not a whole lot else he can do, and that's not gonna hit. Purple and pink, so they did dispel one thing from you. They don't know how hard you are to hit. Purple's gonna move up and he'll full attack where he's at first. Try to hit you, Gideon, to see. He's gonna test the waters with how tough you are. So that's a 29. I assume that still misses even with Iron Skin off, but I don't know how much Iron Skin was doing for you. Gideon? Josh?
Gideon.
I need to open his character sheet.
Gideon.
Gideon's character sheet says...
I think if he's AFK, it just is whatever you want it to be.
He only has a 2 AC. That's crazy.
Oh, wow. That's pretty low. No, it says that it's 32.
Oh. Yep, sorry about that.
The iterative will miss, and then he'll 5-foot step up and probably still miss with the bite. Ooh, that's a natural 19, but the bite has a really bad to hit, though, so that's still going to miss. So Pink, seeing the futility of that action, is going to just do more Dispel Magics.
Oh
so
my
this will
goodness.
be plus their caster level. That's not going to be enough to dispel anything. So that's those three's turns. And Jessup.
They could attack the golem.
Yeah. They have a 14 intelligence. They're not going to do that. Their damage would not do much. And they know it.
Fair enough.
So, Jessup, that is you. You're still kind of in range of a few of them. What would you like to do?
Yes, so Jessup will maintain performance, and then he is going to cast a spell on yellow while casting defensively. Level 1 spell. I don't think I can fail. With the 27, that's a no.
If it allows for spell resistance, you'll have to roll that.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. So that's a caster level check.
Yes.
That's that one. Ooh, 22.
22, that is enough to get past up above
okay,
spell
cool.
resistance.
I was doing ear-piercing scream, so.
Okay. So it will make a save of something. Natural 1. Fortitude's its best save, but it's still rolled natural 1.
So it will take 15 sonic damage and actually be dazed for 1 round, I believe.
Okay. It's still up, but you can tell that it's very wounded. There's a sort of mist coming off of it as its corporeal form begins to waver somewhat, but it's still alive.
Jessup will not move. We'll stay where he is.
And that's your turn?
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to the blue Amox, who's unhindered by the wall of silver because of Spiel Resistance. He sees that Kieran got slimed, but is not falling. So it's gonna step up and full attack Kieran in melee and try to drag him down manually. So first slam is a 29. I think that misses, but it does do an image.
Yes.
Second slam is lower with a 28. Still an image?
Yes.
Okay. So they didn't actually get you, but he got rid of the images until you do it again. So that'll then bring us to the 3 Babao still on his turn. Red's gonna just 5-foot step to get out of that. Actually, okay. They're moving in a bit of a zigzag. Blue's gonna move down, and since he can't really hit anything, he's gonna try to dispel, cast defensively. Okay, so dispel DC 21. Yep. He will try to dispel something on. Yeah, they're just let's switch it up. Let's do it on Oran. I don't even know if Oran has buffs on. They're gonna try it. So dispel on Oran. That's not gonna do anything. And then, as I said, Red's gonna 5-foot step forward, and he's gonna do the same thing. That's not gonna do it. And then Orange is gonna try to do it on Gideon. That's not gonna do it. Their caster levels are pretty low. So that's their turns. Kieran, you're up.
All right, so I can't stack multiple meta magics on the same spell, can I?
I think probably you can. Because, like, as a wizard, you could prepare a spell with multiple meta magics. So I imagine as a spontaneous, you could spontaneously do multiple meta magics. I don't know how that works, though, because, like, normally as a spontaneous caster, if you add a meta magic to something, it becomes a 1-round casting time. But Quickened makes it a swift action, but I don't know if that's supposed to be I think Quicken only works if it's a standard action, right? Let me look up Quicken spell.
Well, I don't, like, Quickened is not part of what I want to do.
Okay.
I was wondering if I can, in the way that I read this, it's still going to take 1 round, because I wanted to stack my Cloak of Long Shadow with my Ring of Kragadan, but it's probably still a full round to use either of those.
Yeah. So it would become I believe for you, it would become is it a full round action? And just so everybody's aware, the Quicken spell only works so long as the casting time is not more than 1 full round action. So I guess 1 full round action would still work. That doesn't seem right. Or do those items, did I say that they let you do it without increasing the casting time or something like that?
I don't know. I just have a note that says lesser elemental meta magic feat once per day and empower spell increasing amount of bonus by... Oh, that's wrong. But yeah. I don't know how you crafted those items.
So if I worded it like lesser metamagic elemental, then I probably worded it to work like a rod, and I think a rod does not increase the casting time. What was the other one you said? You're stacking 2 of them?
Yeah, so the Cloak of Long Shadow is lesser elemental, and
Okay.
the Ring of Kragadan is empower shield spell. Oh, it's just for shield. Never mind.
Yeah, whenever you cast shield, it makes it a better version of shield. That was a unique effect that I gave it. So that doesn't empower any spell, but you could do the elemental one at no increase.
All right, so I will do that. So I'm going to do a thing. You can tell me if any of this ends up not being legal, but I will quicken, cast mirror image again.
Okay.
6. So 6 images. Let me get that on because that'll be important in a second. All right, I'm going to move to be... I mean, I could move in a stupid way. Yeah, I want to move in a way where maybe I won't provoke from red. I know I'll provoke from blue because I was leaving the threatened square.
Yes.
I don't know if they have reach, though. I don't know if I would have noticed that in the fight. They haven't done any melee damage, so I guess I wouldn't know necessarily, but I'm just going to operate on the assumption that they do not. So I will provoke from blue. And honestly, I might as well roll acrobatics. That's 17.
17 will not get past their CMD of 43.
Yeah, I didn't expect so.
They also can't be tripped, so don't try that.
Did you slow her, by the way?
Slow who? When?
Blue.
Where? Why? How?
Every time you attack, you have to roll saving on slow effect.
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't rolled to attack me yet.
Is it roll to attack or when you hit?
It's when you hit.
I don't think they've... Did they hit?
I mean, they hit the mirror image.
They only hit the images. I don't think they ever did...
That still counts.
They only...
Doesn't it?
They never did damage to her.
It doesn't
though,
matter.
him.
It doesn't matter
Sorry,
damage,
him.
though. It's still a hit, isn't it? Like,
But
didn't we
it's
rule
not
that?
a hit, because if you... mirror image, it counts as a miss.
Yeah, because it didn't hit her. It's got to hit, like, Kieran.
Oh.
Because it's like displacement if you hit but then miss because of displacement. It's a miss, not a hit.
Oh, I thought we ruled when we had that argument like 2 or 3 sessions ago that a hit counts if it's an image.
Well, but also it's a melee attack, and they've only been throwing sludge at me. They
Right.
haven't actually hit me with melee. It's always been ranged touch attacks, or ranged attacks.
I think we did have that discussion.
Like, you remember what I'm
and
talking about?
All of you disagreed with me, and we ruled it one way, and then we found out that I was right all along. I think I remember that happening.
That sounds accurate, yes.
Because I think we found an FAQ that said that I was explicitly correct after I said that I'd go
Because
with you guys.
we voted, and then I changed my mind, and I think maybe Brandon changed his mind as well on the ruling after we dug into it further. I don't even remember what it was for, but it's not relevant. If we're not going to count it as a hit, that's fine. Then we'll move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever you guys say, I do the opposite.
Nailed it.
That will be a 30 provoke, which will just do an image again.
That does hit my AC.
Oh, it does hit your AC.
Oh, wait, no. I'm not entangled anymore. That was just one round. Sorry. So you're right.
Correct.
It does get rid of an image, but it does not hit me.
Okay.
The thing we argued about was whether or not on a natural 1, if you were within range to just pop an image by being within 5, if you still would
yes.
or not.
And you would.
And you would. That is correct.
And we were arguing that you wouldn't, but I was saying, no, you would. And
in everyone's defense, the rules are not incredibly clear, but I do agree with the current verdict. No, yeah, you would. But because of a clarification that was released later.
so, Kieran, you're able to get up there without taking any damage. Just one of your images goes away. What you doing up there?
All right. So I'm going to do something funky.
I think I have an idea, but I'm curious.
I am going to cast a lightning bolt
Okay.
to hit everybody, but I'm changing the damage type to be fire.
Okay.
Using the once per day elemental Cloak of Long Shadow.
Okay.
Which elemental spell says choose one energy type: acid, cold, electricity, or fire. You may replace the spell's normal damage with that energy type, or split the spell's damage so that half is that energy type and half is its normal type. So I wish to replace its normal damage of electricity with fire.
Okay, because you know that they are immune to electricity.
Yes.
They are only resistant to fire.
Yes. So this is a... All right, so first off, I have to roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spell resistance checks.
Might I ask how you're getting 6? I can see a line of 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No. Anytime you do a diagonal, it has to be in even increments. So if you were doing it like this, it would have to be, you'd miss all the ones down there. See what I'm saying? Like whenever you draw it like that, it has to be, you have to do it incrementally. You could do a straight down and get 5.
I guess I'll just go there then.
You don't have to move. You can't. I don't think you can get 6 in any orientation. You see what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Like no matter what square you're in, you can get these 5 because they're all in a straight line. But this 6th one, like you can't. There's no line you can draw that gets that guy and all the other 5.
I shall take your word for it. I will roll my spell resistance for 5. So this will be +4. So 23 against the Omox, and then 35, natural 1, 27, 31, or 30. Sorry, 33. So I think
23 will just get the Omox, and the natural 1 will fail, but the others do go through.
All right. So the natural 1 fails on the. Oh, I do have the unshakable zeal, but it already hit the blue one, so it's only the red one that misses. I don't know if caster level's part of that or not, but...
So the other 4 have to roll reflex saves.
Yes, so reflex save is DC 18.
So 25 from the Amox, and then the 3 Babaus that have to roll it. It's a 24, a 14, and a 10. So the Amox passed... Orange passed, but blue and pink failed.
Okay, so Omox and orange will take 20 points of fire, so effectively 10 fire.
Okay.
And then the others will take 30 fire.
So Amox and orange take 10, and then blue and pink take 30.
And their lead spears all melt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know their spears are made of silver, and they melt.
I don't know why they would be. I don't think they'd be using silver long spears.
Here's a question: if I fired that lightning bolt through the wall of silver, would I melt the wall?
No, because you're not evil, so your spells don't affect the wall.
Oh, okay.
You can also move through the wall fine if you want to.
Wait, are we sure about that?
Oh no! Kieran goes through the wall and goes, "Ouch, guys, what's happening?" You're like, he was Multhuni the whole time.
Yeah.
We already knew that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did
He
know
was
that.
lawful evil the
But do you
whole
know
time.
that he's lawful evil?
That's funny because that joke falls flat now. Because he was.
He really was. Every time we made that joke, an angel got its wings. You know, I don't know. It was
There's
funny.
a lot of angels.
All right, that's my turn, I suppose.
Okay, some decent damage there still. Brings us to Oran.
Oh, hi, how are ya? The golem's gonna attack the blue demon again, the blue sludge demon.
Rubidan.
Blurbadon the blue. Those are my 2 attacks. Do either of those hit?
Oh, let me look down at what you're going. 29 and 39. The 39 will hit.
Oh, fudge. Alright. Well, that's something, I suppose. For 23 points of damage.
I'm trying to see if the golem's natural attacks would qualify for smiting. It's almost worded like it shouldn't. It says weapons.
Oh, the invocation, you mean?
Yeah.
He technically has weapons.
Also, for future reference, in case anybody reads this later, it still is a full round action for me to do that. So we
do
can
what?
retcon to use that. It says a sorcerer must still take a full round action when using a metamagic rod, just as if using a metamagic feat he possesses, except for quicken.
Really?
Yep, it does.
Oh, do they not increase the spell level?
Maybe.
That's what it is.
For the golem, the only argument that I would make is that the form that it specifically takes for Hammer Fist has it wielding 2 massive warhammers.
Good enough.
Like, it specifically calls out that the golem takes the form of a sculpted dwarf hero wielding 2 massive warhammers, and the holy symbol of Torog hanging prominently around its neck.
Yeah. In the most raw of ways, it's still doing slams.
Its statistics, and it does say its statistics remain unchanged despite these cosmetic alterations. So, up to you.
But the wording is enough that I don't care. That's good with me. It's got warhammers. Those are weapons.
All right.
Technically speaking, good enough.
So I had rolled the damage. It was 23 damage.
Yep, I added that.
Okay.
Or I guess subtracted it.
And
That's the golem's turn.
yeah.
You cast Dictum.
I wish. Wouldn't that be neat? It would end this combat right now.
Probably would.
But I don't have that. How's Gideon and Jessup looking? How are they looking?
Dead.
Dead? Okay.
Both dead.
I'd
Perfect.
probably say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Gideon's feeling pretty good. Not so good.
Yeah. Gideon looks like he's up.
That is not okay. Feeling good, not so good? Yeah. All right.
To be fair, I think Gideon's only been hit once this combat.
What are you? One of
This is great.
What are you?
You would
What are you? One of Gideon's gods? Unclear.
you would be able to ascertain that he was only hit one time.
No, he's fine. All right. Then I'm just gonna 5-foot step and attack purple, I guess. Hiya!
Purple hasn't been hit yet.
Hiya!
Been hit a couple times now, though.
Hiya!
Yeah, all those will hit purple. So 17 plus 17 is 34, plus 17 would be 51, 66, I think. That's my attempt at quick math.
So you said they all hit, right, Jason?
Yes.
All right. 31, 24, 31, 29.
Look at this guy. Look at
So that's
Alright.
an extra 19 damage. That's pretty sick.
So that took the 66 to 85, which is enough to kill it because it had 73 hit points.
Ha
Nice.
The finisher.
So purple goes away. We're getting there.
Oh boy.
Yep, slowly and surely.
That'll take us to Gideon.
So I've been thinking about a really funny thing I could do. Another line.
Do it. Do it.
5-foot step, and then if we were there, they might have to move back into the line, in which case they would have to save again, and then determine whether or not they move into a line or not. They would just take tons of damage. But that feels a little munchkin, doesn't it?
They could all 5-foot step. Well,
No, because
one of them might be forced back, but the other 3 could 5-foot step forward.
Well, and a 5-foot step here or here, that might force more of them to have to move back, depending on how you.
Yes, you could do that.
Right, like I said, doesn't that feel a little munchkin? It's also another level 5 spell, so I'm not gonna go for it. But
You could cast one right in front of you, and then on the next turn, cast one in the middle.
yeah. What do you do now? Die. I love this spell shenanigans, and I can't wait to play an Arcanist because I will justify my exploitation of magic. But Gideon, he's not.
Oh, man. I know someone that's excited for that, I'm sure.
Oh, she'll have a good blast. Instead, though, we're gonna 5-foot step, and we're going to use the heavy steel shield alone for these attacks.
Okay.
Well, the reason is so that I am shield bashing the whole time, so that I may shield slam them and try to bull rush them into the wall. Do you see
Okay.
the combo at work?
Yeah.
This is the plan Gideon had from the beginning. So we'll do, I don't know, a red took the most amount of damage, didn't they?
Between the 2 that you can hit, probably.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll
Okay.
go for red, and then if we push red, we'll switch to blue. Understand the scenario?
Yes. So 33 will hit red.
Okay. Free bull rush attempts with.
So
I think
first he does take the 11 damage.
Yeah.
And then the bull rush is using that attack roll.
I believe that's correct.
Okay, so that will bypass its CMD.
Okay. Then he goes into the wall,
Yes.
and then he takes that damage, which is
Which
3d6. Roll 3d6 plus 15. Combos, baby.
Okay. So you hit him, a little burst of sonic damage there, and then you push him into the wall, and he vaporizes.
Woohoo! That feels good. I'm not gonna lie.
The
nice.
24 and 26 will both hit blue
All right.
for 32 damage. I guess technically it would be 16 first, because if you bull rush him, then the third attack might, you know what I mean. So he takes the 16 damage, and then a 24, and then another 5. The 24 will beat its CMD just barely.
Good for me.
Well done.
Thank you.
So you can go ahead and roll that damage again for him.
Good deal.
29. He's still alive, but can you 5-foot step as part of that bash, or is the third one now that he's out of range? How does that work?
So I could, if you were able to take a 5-foot step or spend a move action, but I had 5-foot steps to get up, which it's okay.
Okay.
If I wanted to really cheese it, I could be like, I'm going to forego a bull rush, but I wouldn't do that garbage.
Yeah. So you do hit him into the wall. It looks like he's basically flickering in and out of existence, but he's technically still alive. Top of the round, we have red. You still have more stuff?
Yep. Swift action, you know how we go. Yeah, that will end all my actions, though. I see. Okay. Nothing like a quick runner shirt to make me sad. We'll just swift action heal up a bit.
Okay. So that'll bring us to the red Amox, which is going to step back a little bit and try to... Actually, he's not going to try to. He's going to cast a spell. So a 20-foot radius circle. I'm going to kind of ballpark this. So a very, very thick green fog covers this whole northern area of the hill as the Amox demon casts the acid fog spell. So in addition to slowing down creatures and obscuring sight each round on your turn, it deals 2d6 acid damage to each creature in the area. No saving throw.
And no spell resistance.
No spell resistance.
No.
Oh, that's funny. I wasn't even paying attention to that, and it bypasses it. Every spell that I've cast, a spell, magic, acid, fog, they all bypass it.
You're the worst.
So, Kieran, you'll take 5 acid damage because you're in the fog, but that's about it. But yeah, so acid fog, it will obscure your vision as normal, and I believe it also is difficult terrain because I think, it acts like solid fog. So keep that in mind. But that is red's turn, and then there's yellow and pink. They're both going to dispel magic on Jessup. They'll probably fail. Ooh, natural 20. Oh, they have spell resistance. Well, I guess that beats the spell resistance, but that means that the actual dispel check fails. So, cool. The other one against spell resistance fails, so they both fail. And it's your turn, Jessup. You can feel their spells being blocked by this shield of law that's around you.
All right. Well, Jessup is going to maintain. Might as well. And then we'll give it a whirl here. Jessup will 5-foot step up, and he will full round stabby stab.
Okay, stabbing at yellow.
As one does.
As you do.
24, 17, 27, 24.
Okay, the 17 will miss.
Oh, okay.
But the 24 will hit, dealing 11 points of damage, which is actually enough to kill it.
Oh, okay.
Because it had 11 hit points, and you do your extra sonic damage anyway. So you are able to stab into this guy, and you take him down. So yellow vaporizes.
So I 5-foot step, standard action, attacked. So I will standard action...
move action?
Or move action, I'm sorry. Move action equivalent. I'm going to sheath the dagger.
Okay, cool.
So I'll pull my bow out next turn.
Will do. Brings us to the blue Amox, who's going to step up, and he's going to do a solid fog down here. Not where it is. I got to move it.
Nope, that looked good.
Down here. So now the 4 of you will all take... Oh, wow. Max 12 points of acid damage. No save, no spell resistance.
But acid resist and all that.
Yeah, damage reduction.
Oh, if you have acid resistance, then yeah, you can take that off. It's just normal 12 acid damage.
Unless you're the party healer, that ring doesn't work anymore.
So yeah, Oran, Jessup, Kieran, and the golem will all take that, or reduce it as needed. That'll be that one's turn. And then the 3 remaining babaos, I guess they are technically still inhibited by line of sight. So they'll move up and just attack Gideon, I guess, for what it's worth. I don't think they can hit. Nope, they all miss. Kieran, it is your turn. You are in a solid acid fog.
Does that impede my blind sense at all because it's solid?
Interesting question.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I accidentally typed in solid dog as opposed to the non-solid dogs.
Yes.
The incorporeal dogs.
It doesn't say anything about blind sense or anything, so you're probably fine.
Okay, because I would fly 5 feet up and attack in the square where red occupies.
Okay, so it would have concealment.
Yeah, so my blind fight and all of that jazz would come into
Yes.
play.
Okay,
Yep, understood.
will do.
So I'll roll 3 attacks because we have not yet elapsed the haste rounds, right? It feels like we have, but we're
Correct,
really
it's
not
only
that
5
far.
rounds.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we've been, like, this is round 20.
This is 15th level combat. This is with as many enemies as we have. The party basically split. Kieran doing stuff on his own, and we're down here. It's just, yeah.
And Gideon, does your thing, your invocation, is that a 30-foot range or is that?
Yeah, so he's going to
Okay.
be out of it.
So DR will still apply to these.
Yep.
Okay. Shield of Law, is that a radius or is that just a flat thing that happens?
I think that just happens.
Okay.
Like it's a 20-foot radius burst.
Okay. Same with Good Hope.
Yes.
It's okay. All right. Just wanted to check. All right. So my first glaive attack this is against red, is
Red,
a 28.
28 will miss.
All right. Hasted glaive attack is a 34.
Potentially a hit.
Iterative is only a 20. So 2d100, 8 and 41, so they both miss. Cool. Love it. Great
Very
times.
sad. Very sad.
That's my turn.
All right, that brings us to Oran. Oran, you can definitely see the one that's right next to you because he's right next to you, but the other babao are concealed by the fog, which is solid and acid.
Well, I'll try and hit the one in front of me.
Yeah, so as fog cloud, a creature within 5 feet has 20% concealment. So all of those potentially hit, so roll some 20% concealment rolls. This is against orange. So we'll have 4d100s. And all of those will hit because it's only 20%. So 18, 36, 46, 55, 60. Okay, he's dead.
Yeah.
Orange is dead. And then more dead with sonic damage.
More dead.
And you can't 5-foot step because you are difficult terrain.
Yes.
All right. The golem, I guess.
Oh, sorry.
Do it though.
He has reach, so yeah. I mean, he could 5-foot step and then attack blue.
Well,
Or-
he can't 5-foot step because it's still difficult terrain,
Oh.
but he could move up and do one attack.
I mean, I guess he doesn't.
Or he could attack
doesn't
from where
have
he is
to.
and hit blue.
Yeah, he could hit blue.
Well, he can attack from where he's at, but since he's beyond 5 feet, it would be a 50% miss chance rather than a 20.
Yeah, I'd rather move up.
So either 2 attacks at 50 or 1 attack at 20.
Yeah, I'd rather move up and take the 20.
Okay.
1d20 plus 22, 35.
Okay, roll a d20. D100, sorry.
D100,
D20 will
yeah.
always fail.
Would always fail. Thanks for setting me up for failure. D10 plus
31. Okay,
1,
that will get past the 20%.
20 damage.
20 damage to blue.
Blue.
Blue had 2 hit points because he got hit into the wall, so he's dead.
Oh, okay.
Also, by the way, Kieran, since you did move back into range of the pool and I forgot about it, can you roll a... Technically, there should have been a bunch of fortitudes, but we'll just do 1 for the fumes. We'll ignore the 5 turns that I forgot about doing that. We'll just do it 1 more turn for last round.
Do I now take damage, or how does that work with the acid?
The acid will go on there on the Almox's turns.
Okay.
So, Kieran, if you could do a fortitude save.
Fortitude is a 29.
Okay, you're good. We'll just pretend that you rolled a 29 for 5 turns in a row. After Oran, it is Gideon. There's 1 babao left.
We'll keep slamming him with the shield, trying to push him into the wall. If I succeed, he gets pushed, he trips, he goes down, I get the +4 on the next attacks. Yeah, all good?
Okay.
Alright. So I think I'll hit.
Yeah, all those will hit.
Yeah. So he tripped, he falls, he hits. When he tries to get up, I'll AOO him.
Okay.
If he doesn't get up, I'll deal with it.
That damage, 11, 24, 40. With Jessup's Sonic, that will actually
It's
be
gonna
enough to
do
kill
it.
Those 3.
Yeah.
When you bypass DR, they go down fast.
Oh, they do.
And that is all of the babows that have been taken care of.
Boy, I'm glad it took all 4 of you to take down the babows.
Wow.
Well, someone didn't prepare dictum, did they?
Oran moves
what a
into the acid pool, slowly trudges into the acid pool.
You can't see me, but I had the largest poop-eating grin.
All right, top of round 6. It is Red's turn. So on the top of his turn, Kieran, you'll take the 7 acid damage from the fog. And then it's gonna just step back and be like, ha ha ha, screw you.
Wow.
How poetic.
And then it is Jessup's turn.
And did you say we can't 5-foot step?
You
cannot-
can.
Oh yeah, you can step because you're right next to the edge, so you could just step out
Okay.
of it.
So Jessup will step out, and then he will cast echolocation so he can see where everything is.
Ooh.
I do recall that you had echolocation when you entered this area originally.
Oh, did I?
I thought you did. I could be wrong.
I thought we mentioned it at the beginning of this session.
I had it checked, but I don't remember if I did have that as a spell.
I thought you had it like 3 weeks ago when we first entered this area because it was dark
Oh,
or
maybe I
something.
forgot about it.
I mean, you wouldn't really need to have dark vision, but
I did it more because of invisibility and nonsense.
right. I thought you had it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's up to you if you feel like you didn't do it or not.
I cannot remember. I have it checked off, but I don't remember when I would have cast it. It's 10 minutes per level.
That's what I was saying because you haven't been in here that long yet.
So
If you
Jessup
had
knows
cast it.
Okay, so at least Jessup knows those ones are dead then, because those are within 40 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jessup will shout out to the others there that he can see that I believe all the babows are dead. Now it's just the other 2 with Kieran. So the only way to get up there is through the cloud, right, Jason?
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't go around this way.
You can go around that way. It's just you didn't enter the other cloud, which I guess you don't technically know is up there, but
But this is technically uphill, right?
so you're at the top of the hill. It's all the little lines at the entrances that are indicating steep gradations. Like at this top area that you're on, it's the same height. You just can't move through the mushroom forest canopy bit.
Okay,
here.
so I can shoot at red then. It's within 40 feet.
Yeah, because you've got blind sense on. I will point out, so solid fog, a creature or object. That's not that one. Where is it? Something I thought I saw something about projectiles. Could be wrong.
Under echolocation, or
No, in solid fog, the vapors prevent effective ranged weapon attacks, except for magical rays. So the fog is so thick that it's actually stops your arrows.
Wow.
It's like firing underwater, pretty much.
but you can cast pretty much any spells at him, right? You said.
Spells you can cast, yes,
Okay.
because they are not physical.
Okay. I'll just do another ear-piercing scream. So I'll have to roll spell resist quick.
Okay.
33.
33 will bypass it.
Okay. So can you roll me a fort?
Fortitude of 21.
That wasn't that great, but it still passes. So it will take 8 sonic damage.
This red.
Yes.
Okay.
Red. And I guess that's my turn.
Okay. That is the blue's turn, which means that the 3 of you who are still in that southern one will take 9 points of acid damage each. I guess Gideon will take nothing, but
And the
the golem and Oran will take 9.
Well, the golem's got DR 10.
Energy damage does not. It bypasses DR. DR is only physical attacks.
Oh.
That's why you have DR and like acid resistance as 2 separate things.
Okay. There we go. And how much was it? 9?
9, yes.
9.
9.
9.
We're on the same page.
There we go.
And then it will. I mean, they're also kind of hampered by the fog, so they're doing a move action to just kind of get back. And that's their turns because I don't think they can see through the fog themselves, so they're kind of like, We don't know where anybody is either. Oran, it's your turn.
You said it's difficult terrain?
Yeah, moving through the solid fog. It's almost like you're swimming. It's half movement.
So we'll just have the golem double move. Yeah, he can make it. Double move there. And then I guess Oran will go the opposite direction.
All right.
And have to double move there.
That'll bring us to Gideon, who loses his sense of direction and walks off the cliff.
Blind fight won't even help me. Know where they are. Nope, not so much. But he can maneuver, yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Like, he can see 5 feet in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to roll a D2 to see if he goes left or right. 1 is left, and 2 is right.
2.
I wanted him to go left. That's why I had meta knowledge that he did not have. So he's gonna double move all the way to there.
Okay. Top of round 7, it is Red's turn. Just gonna skip over the here. Moving on to Red's turn. So Kieran. Did we skip Kieran's turn?
Yes.
I was wondering about that.
Yes,
like,
'cause Kieran's supposed
these
to go
rounds have been
before
taking
Oran.
so long
Yeah.
that
That's why
thought,
it's so hard to keep track of who gets skipped. So, I think we did. So Kieran, you can take your turn now.
Would I have gone before blue?
You'd have gone before Oran.
You'd have gone. I have you after blue, and then before Oran.
Okay, so I still okay. All right. Well, I'll just make one attack then. A 34,
Potential hit.
73 and 69. Nice.
So I'll get through.
So damage will be 18 points of damage.
And DR will apply. So, all right. So now we'll go back to the top of the round and have Red go. We'll have Red move up and full attack you.
How much acid do I take for being in the dog?
You take 3 acid damage, and I think when you were doing fortitudes, I think you rolled 1 too many, so we'll just take the 34 for this round and say you're good for the fumes. And I forgot that because it's difficult terrain, he can't 5-foot step, so he would have to do a move action to get up, which I guess would provoke from you, because you do have blind sense. Or does blind sense not let you provoke?
I think it should, because
I think it should.
All right, so tentatively a 40 to hit, so a 54 and a 48, so barely.
Yeah.
Okay. So this damage is going to be 24, so minus DR 14.
So Red will take 14, and then his 1 attack will go off, which is melee is different than range. Okay, 39.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
So what is the images? 1d6. 4, so that's an image.
Okay.
And then Jessup, who is out of the fog. You can see 2 of your allies here with you.
Jessup.
You still hear battle sounds.
I do. And I can see them. I just don't know what to do with them. So I'm going to maintain performance. And you said, and we can't go through the squares that are covered in the buckets, right?
Correct. As medium and small-sized creatures, they are impassable. They're like walls of mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm just going to maintain as a free action, then I will delay.
Okay. It goes to blue. Nobody is in blue's sphere, but he'll step up. And if you have, do you have combat reflexes, Kieran?
I do not know.
Okay, so no provoke, but he'll do a move action to get up and single attack. This might miss. It's a 31. Yeah, and your AC is 32, I think.
Does get rid of an image.
Does get rid of an image, yes. And it's your turn, Kieran.
Okay, I will full attack Red. So first attack with a glaive is a 36.
So they're adjacent to you.
Oh, I have my claws. I can do that instead. So bite attack would be... Do you want me to re-roll it or just take the same roll?
Is the to hit wildly different?
It's 1 lower.
Okay, it would still hit.
Okay. So a 66 and an 86.
Yep.
All right, so that's bite. And then 1 claw is a 36.
Okay.
So again, I have an 80 and a 90, so those both hit.
Yep.
So damage on the bite is only 17, so 7. And claw is 18, so 8. And that's my turn.
You are, I think, still hasted, so you could probably argue that you could make a second bite attack or a second claw attack.
I
with your
totally
hasted
forgot about
attack.
that. Okay, so 30?
30 will miss, so
Okay.
forget I said anything. But you do hit with those 2 attacks, and that will bring us to Oran.
Oh, can I go?
Oh, yeah, you can go if you want to go.
Unacceptable.
So Jessup will, I don't know if this is going to work, but Jessup's going to move up. He's outside the cloud. And then he is going to use one of his drow abilities per day. And use Fairy Fire.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it works, but I'm going to do it anyway. I know it specifically says darkness, but it removes 20% concealment for blur, displacement, invisibility, and similar effects. I don't know if that counts as similar effects or not, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay, so you're thinking like they would...
I'm just wondering if like Oran and Gideon, if somehow we ever get up to them and they attack, if they would not have the 20% concealment.
So the idea here is that the fog is what's making it difficult to see them. And I'm trying to think, logically speaking...
Well, I'm just wondering if they're next to him, because I mean, they're outline glowing. I don't know if that helps or not.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, like, logically speaking, if they are glowing in the fog, would that make them easier to see or not? Because I'm thinking, like, if you're driving and you turn the high beams on in fog, makes it harder to see.
Well, you have to think about not your high beams, but a high beam coming towards you, like another car with their their lights on.
So yeah, we'll see when we get to it.
I'm just going to do it anyway. You do what you want, Jason. Don't care. Jessup's never used Fairy Fire before. New ability. Give it a whirl.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I'll do it in this in the intersection. So I guess technically Kieran will be glowing as well. Or no, I guess I could do it in the square behind. So.
All right. So that'll be Jessup's turn. Brings us to Oran.
So Oran's gonna move to here. Does he see anything?
You can't move into the... So the mushrooms, they're basically... Consider them a solid wall. I allowed the golem to move through them at difficult terrain. But yeah, so as a small or medium creature, like you can't even get through there.
Well, then I do not really have anything to do. Because I can't see anything and I can't get to them.
You can delay for now.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Just delay.
All right, brings us to Gideon.
Gideon's able to ascertain that they're in there.
I mean, you'd assume that they're in there, yeah.
He might not know where they are, but he knows
You
that
can't
Kieran
see them.
is fighting. And he knows that his presence alone will bolster Kieran in a very technical way. So I will cast... Goodness me. It's really been a spell-heavy day.
That's my favorite spell.
I didn't use very many because they have spell resistance.
I've been using them on my own, though. We'll do Angelic Aspect. Give myself the ability to fly and start moving towards him.
All right,
Good luck.
Thanks.
brings us to... Ooh.
So he's like, don't worry, Kieran will be bolstered by seeing me. And then turns into an angel. Kieran's like, okay.
But I am within 30 feet now, so you should be able to bypass that DR.
Here's a good question just for future reference. The Shield of Law, so Jessup is chaotic, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if he tries to cast a buff spell on us while we have that, we have spell resistance against that.
Yeah.
Luckily, he did not.
Just reading it, didn't know that.
Top of round 8, we've got both of the Amok demons back to back now because of how delay worked. So Kieran takes 6 plus 2, 8 points of acid damage. And then they're both gonna full attack because they're adjacent to you now. So first attack from Red, natural 20. To confirm is a force that's not going to confirm, but I will roll the 1d4 to see if that hits. So it would potentially hit, but I will now roll a 1d100.
And they, oh, okay, I was going to say they have concealment as well.
Yeah, 20% because they're adjacent to you.
Oh,
And he
snap.
got 17, so that's a fail.
Wow.
Second attack from him, another natural 20, which is probably going to fail somehow. To confirm, it's a critical hit, but again, I have to roll 1d4, so that's an image. The other guy will try to attack twice. 34, so potentially, but it's now a d3, That's damage. And the last attack is a 35, but
Oh my goodness, a 10.
10 on the D100, so
Oh my goodness.
the two potential hits were 17 and 10 on 20% miss chances. So all 4 of those attacks will miss, bringing us to Kieran, who is now benefiting from the smiting invocation.
So that makes me good.
Yes, your attacks now count as good.
I still think that consequentially we have to evaluate your actions, but for the purposes of bypassing DR.
He doesn't like it. He feels icky.
Well, see, this is the good thing is like you don't have to be good as long as you have a good friend. Then you're all set.
Huh.
That's a really destructive worldview, isn't it?
All right. I'm going to full withdraw.
Interesting.
I just was sitting here thinking like I'm not in a bad spot, but if something crazy were to happen and I get taken down, I'm gonna fall in this acid, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna back up.
I had that same thought like years ago, and I just let it be.
I mean, I have plenty of HP, but like you never know when a crazy crit can happen, and who knows? And
You ain't getting that body back.
yeah, no.
I've literally been trying to do that for about 8 rounds.
I know you have, but this is the first round I'm going to act upon it, so I'm going to full withdraw to get back.
I'm just saying, if those crits had hit and you knocked unconscious, 10d6 would probably vaporize you and you'd be gone.
Yeah,
forever.
no, I'm not a fool. I understand.
And that would have been fun, because then we could have thought about how to get a backup character in the end of book 5.
I don't want that to happen, so that's my turn.
Okay. Jessup, you see Gideon fly over.
All right, Jessup is he's going to drop performance, so will maintain or linger, and he is going to. Yeah, I'm gonna delay. Let's see what they're gonna do.
Oran,
Did we find out if they're immune to electricity?
you know that the Babaus are. I think I probably gave you info on the Amoxes in that regard. I don't remember reading all this stuff off, though.
I don't either. All right, I'm gonna try that
Yeah, because
first.
there's a bunch of stuff in these immunities that I don't remember saying, so I don't think you know.
I don't know, even with my roll.
You don't even know what an Amox is.
What is in a box? I'm gonna run up there to the edge.
Okay. Gideon.
Fairy fire verdict. Do I see 2 glowing things in there?
I would say from how far out you are, like, you might have a faint light, but, like, you can't see exactly where they are. Technically speaking, he might not have been able to do fairy fire because that mushroom wall is technically a thick wall, and he probably needed line of effect.
Well, Jessup can surely see the mushroom wall in front of him now, glowing.
You definitely see mushrooms, yeah.
We're gonna make it a D4, Jace. All right, so 1, 2, 3. We're gonna count them down like this. Is gonna go to one of those 3 squares. Yeah.
I saw you ping 1 square, so we're a third of the way there.
Well, that's because the ping was going slow, and I'm switching how I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3 down in a line. 4th option is that Gideon heads this away and ends up where Kieran is, because it's misty and he don't know, but he knows that he's going, northwest,
Right.
but he doesn't know exactly where.
Okay.
3. All right, so 1, 2, 3 he heads like that and runs into 1.
Yep. How high up are you flying?
Up. So he can move at the max 45, so he would have been flying at that angle, I think, with his limited maneuverability.
I was just wondering, because if you're like 15 feet up, then technically they'd still be beyond the adjacent site.
So we would have made 10 feet last round. We're 15 feet now, and they're still above me.
No, like they're on the ground with the pond, but I'm saying like if you're flying 15 feet in the air, even if you're technically adjacent to them, they'd be more than 5 feet away from you because of how verticality works. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I don't
how
know if
high?
you went down to be closer to the ground.
He would have been if he's as like that's what I'm saying. If they become visible to him, he'll start moving towards them. I don't know how high he would have had to have flown up to get above these. Yeah, so he was 10 feet up. So he can start flying this direction.
Okay, so you'd be in melee just above them slightly.
Yeah, slightly above them.
So yeah, you go that direction as your move action, and you do spot them.
And he'll make one attack. Ain't no reason to use his shield. It's not like he's going to bash him down into the acid. That won't help anyway. They were in it. So, yeah, he'll do a single attack, I guess. And realizing that Kieran is not here, he might reevaluate.
Well, you wouldn't know that because he'd
Not
be outside
yet.
of your line of sight.
Yeah.
32 will hit.
Hmm.
And you don't count as good.
I forgot about that. I should have used the shield. But that's okay.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha, living land.
All right. That's your turn?
Yep.
All right. It's red and blue's turn. Red's going to full attack you. Blue saw Kieran move. He'll move action, get to the edge of the pool. Still doesn't see him. So he'll start he'll see that Red's attacking and he'll do the rest of his movement to get next to you, but that's his whole turn basically.
Poor guy.
In the difficult terrain.
Yeah, I know. It's weird to role play when you can see the board, but your character definitely can't. Yeah.
So Red will attack you though. Natural 20. This guy always rolls natural 20s and then somehow misses on everything afterwards. To confirm, natural 1. Awesome. Love it. Gotta love it.
You really do.
Roll 1d100 for the concealment against you. 7. Somehow
Misses.
three rolls in a row for the 20% miss chance.
Oh, I gotta roll that for you too, bud.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What a joke.
Goodness gracious,
man.
what is happening? It's 20%. And we've had 100% success at hitting 20%. The second attack will miss your AC. I assume with a 31.
Yeah.
Oh, also roll me a fortitude save on your turn. You take one con damage.
Ah, shoot. It matters now.
So take that. And that'll take us to Kieran.
Okay, so if I full move to be here, I'm going to cast Cone of Cold.
Okay.
So spell resistance
Yes.
is 22 and 30.
30 will go through.
So that'll be against blue, I guess.
Okay. So blue has to do a reflex save.
Wow.
30.
Wow. Wow. On 12d6, I rolled a 29. That's awful. That's so bad. So
if you
that's
half that.
yeah, that's awful. And then minus 10, so it's 4 damage. Wow. Good job, Sarah. Good
4
job.
damage.
That was worth a 5th level spell.
I hate to say this, but that's I feel frustrated for you because you could have just magic missile and done more
I
damage.
can't.
She can't
I
see
can't
'em.
magic missile. I would have been
I
doing
see.
that this whole time, but I can't target them.
She doesn't
So-
have blind sight. She has blind sense.
Mm-hmm. And they're immune to all the elements that I do, except Cone of Cold.
And fire.
So, yeah, but Scorchy
That's
Ray...
pretty funny to not have fire resistance.
They have fire
Well,
resistance.
they do have fire resistance.
Oh.
That's the thing. Is it's
just
just
they're not immune to
pick or
it.
choose. So, my fire spell, I mean, Cone of Cold should do more damage than my Scorching Ray, but not when I roll garbage and they have resist 10 and it's half damage. So, it just stacking all the crap against me.
Yeah.
And spell resistance, because why not? Because they thought, you know what, Sarah's playing a dragon disciple who wants to be versatile, so we're just going to cover every base that she can do and make her life miserable.
That's what they thought when they
That
designed
is
AC.
specifically what they designed
Yeah.
SAP for.
That's exactly what it was, yep.
That brings us to Jessup again.
All right, well, Jessup's going to cast... Well, I don't know. I haven't done it forever. Why not? I'm going to target Rue. Or can I now target them? Is that the issue?
Yeah, the mushrooms, since they are basically a wall of mushrooms, you don't have line of effect. Just like you can't target somebody that's on the other side of an actual wall. If you move over here, you can.
Yeah, I don't have any way to fly. I can't shoot through it. Yeah, there's not really much I can do. I guess Jessup's going to chase after Oran and see what he's doing.
Okay.
So he's just going to double
He don't know.
over here. Wow, Jessup doesn't know you don't got a plan.
Speaking of, it's Oran's turn.
I ain't got nothing going on. I guess he was gonna just kind of call, because you can't see into this, right? You can't see into this at all.
Correct.
Yeah, so he was just gonna area dispel. No, I don't have an area dispel.
Stab the fog with
I
your
was
dagger.
gonna say I could stab the fog with my dagger. How's that work?
Yeah, I think we talked about this before with a darkness spell. I don't think that's quite how it works.
Yeah. And I don't think I have a Yeah, I don't have any dispel magic right now, so
No
Dispel
dispel
maggots.
maggots.
No dispel
Yep,
maggots.
You're just stuck with the maggots.
nothing but maggots. Can I see the glowy bits of the enemies?
No, so again, we kind of pulled back on the fairy fire because he doesn't have line of effect.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
You can hear the battle in that general direction.
Can I exclude enemies that I can't see from my channel? Is that a thing?
I think you have to see them
To exclude them?
because you wouldn't know if they're in range if you can't see them. You know what I mean?
Right. Then I'll delay. I got nothing.
Okay. Gideon.
Quite a predicament I have myself in, isn't there?
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
I love
Fine.
Kieran runs away and then,
And then
charge
You're
right
like,
in.
"Bah, I got him. Like, oh, okay, this is gonna go great. This is gonna go swell.
Gideon will wisen up.
Unlikely.
He'll take a single attack with his heavy steel shield against red.
Okay, natural 20 with a natural 20.
Roll it.
All right. Close.
One of these days.
So go ahead and give me a 1d100 to see if we can
Oh,
get
come
above
on.
I know. All right,
Hey,
there we
80,
go.
Okay, yeah, so that does go through. So you do your crit damage.
Yep, and a bull rush. So he goes back
Yeah,
5
so this
plus however many.
does not count as good though, correct? So it's still DR.
Yes, but it is cold iron if that matters.
Yeah, these guys are not like the Babaos. They don't have cold iron.
But it is also good because of angelic aspects.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't he have angelic aspect? So it is good. Yeah.
Okay. If that's part of angelic aspect, then yeah, 25 will go through.
How far back does he go?
So let's say 41 against CMD. That does not beat its CMD.
I swear, man. My patience is.
These things
Oh
have
my
a
God.
43 CMD. You ain't moving them nowhere.
Do I want to expend a spell to get away scotch-free, or do I just say, what's it matter? I'm going to say, what's it matter, and move like, yeah,
Ooh, that'd provoke.
go for it.
Okay, so blue is probably going to miss with a 30 even, and then red is a 32. Ooh, it's a hit. Let me roll D100, see if I can get above a 20. I did it.
Okay,
I did it.
there you go.
So you take 14 points of damage plus some acid, but this might not get through your resistance. Okay, so the acid damage does not get through your resistance, but they have grab.
And I have DR, so that's okay. I take 9 then.
Okay,
But yeah, sure. You can go with your grab attempt.
grab. Oh, that's a bad roll. 26?
Oof, not so much. 29.
That's close. Rolled a 3 on the die. So you're able to avoid being grabbed by the attack, and that's your turn?
Yep. No more fortitude saves.
Yeah, you seem to have moved out of range.
That was gonna kill me. That was gonna get bad.
All right, it's their turns. Now it's Kieran's turn.
How much damage do I take?
From the acid. Oh, yeah, so both of you, actually, because you're in here now, would take 3 plus 7, so he it doesn't get through the acid resistance that he has, but 7 points of acid damage for being in the cloud.
Okay. All right, I will try to dispel this fog.
Okay, I have the DC.
Okay, so it's d20 plus 11.
Yep, or your caster level's 12, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's 11 plus their caster level. Okay.
The DC
see.
is 11 plus their caster level, yeah.
26.
26, the DC for theirs is 23.
Oh, thank goodness. So this acid fog is gone.
You see one of them?
Surprise!
Haha!
So I will fly to be here. And that's my turn.
Comes over to Jessup. Jessup, you see that the one acid fog is gone.
So I'm running over here. As I'm running, I'm going to pull up my bow. I'm going to shoot it red.
All right.
31.
31 will just miss.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah.
I got very lucky with my rolls then.
2 natural 20s. Yes, that is considered lucky.
Then I will swift action start up Inspired Courage.
Okay. Brings us to Oran.
What's your swim at, Oran? You can probably make it.
Can I make it here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make it there and then cold ice strike.
Okay, so they get spell resistance first from you. 2 times.
33.
33 will succeed against red, and then do it for blue because he's in
32?
line. 32. Okay, so that'll work. They get reflex saves.
For half.
That is a 17 for one, and then a 32 for the other.
So the 17 fails.
Yeah, so red fails that.
Okay. So 15d6. 30. Ugh, a lot of ones.
So red takes 28. 7, and that must be okay. And then blue takes half of that, which would be 19, and then okay, so 9. All right.
And then we didn't determine if they were immune to electricity, did we?
You're not sure. Nobody's tried that.
Really don't want to waste that if they're not. So I will. That'll be my. I'll channel.
Okay. Yeah, they're either in sight or right at the edge of the fog, so you can exclude them.
28 points for everybody.
All right. That brings us to Gideon.
Hang on. Will save to negate it to resist a channel.
I can just not do it to you.
How many can you exclude?
I mean, 2?
Yeah, so will save.
Yeah.
And you don't have anything that increases the number that you can exclude, correct?
I mean, okay, so like if we want to be cheeky about it, I have the malleable symbol and I could just like change where it was coming from so that I don't have to exclude those 2.
That's fair.
Yeah. So like
What malleable symbol?
yeah.
The malleable symbol, he could instead do a 10-foot burst right here, which would only hit the 4 of you, and then he could exclude you from that. So
Yeah,
I see.
so
Yeah.
that's fine. I keep forgetting you don't want to overheal. I apologize. So yes, I'll do that. A 10-foot burst.
It's not a normal thing. You're doing excellent.
I think really he's down. He just doesn't want heals from the tank.
No, I'm good.
And Gideon, that is your turn. It is now your turn.
This has just been a whole like thing, you know.
A slog.
It has been a
Yeah.
slog.
You want Oran? I was like, oh, I thought that was good.
No, I'm done. You're good.
No, you need a
save.
fortitude save.
No.
That's what you get for standing in acid.
Shut up. Is it technically a poison?
Why not? Sure.
Okay, so I'll get +2 to this. That's all.
We're at that point, Jace.
23. He's like, for the love of everything sacred, please just finish. Kill them already so we can be done.
Well, that's where we're at. I'm gonna hit boom shaker.
So 21.
23.
Right, 23 is the DC.
Jason's like, oh, these enemies now just for some reason take extra damage from acid, and then you just melt and die.
All right.
So Bone Shaker, all right. Spell resistance.
Yes.
25 will bypass their spell resistance, so they get a save. They rolled a natural 2, but no matter what save it is, it's at least a 16, so it passes. Fortitude, okay, so it's 19, so yeah, that passes.
Okay, so they take half of 45.
So 22, and that's not typed damage, so there's no resistances really applying there.
Yep, that's why I did it.
Who is this, Red,
Bypass.
I assume?
Red, yeah. And he succeeded, so he doesn't get moved.
Correct.
And I've got to fly so I don't start farting. So we'll fly. I don't want to take the damage.
You can fly straight up.
I can't fly straight up, but I can fly like zoom, zoom, zoom to get a little bit higher.
Okay. So they'll 5-foot step out of the difficult terrain. This guy 5-foot step here will do one ranged attack on Kieran and one ranged attack on Jessup. So against Kieran, that's a natural 19, so that will potentially hit. Rolling 1d2. Gets rid of an image. The one against Jessup is a 32. So that will hit Jessup. You take 17 points of damage and are entangled. Actually, give me a reflex save for the entangled.
Jeez, it's like you're mean now.
I do what I
You
want.
Save. Okay.
I want.
You said reflex?
Yes, reflex save.
To 25, okay.
25, you are good, so you just take that damage, but that's it. Moving on to Kieran. You can now see both of them. The fog's gone.
Yeah. We still have hasted rounds left.
You should, yeah. It's only round 11.
Okay.
And you also still have the invocation of smiting.
Okay. Kieran will 5-foot fly up and full attack with glaive. So first glaive attack is a 37.
It'll hit.
Hasted glaive is a 40, and
It'll
iterative glaive is a 33.
That will also hit.
Okay, so first damage is going to be 18 points of damage.
18.
Second is 22.
Okay, so that's 40.
Yep, and then third is 26.
So 40, so that'd be 66. So with Jessup, that's 76. It had 73 hit points.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I will quicken magic missile at red. So
Okay,
spell resistance is 31.
That'll go through.
So 19 force damage.
19 force damage. All right. That's Kieran's turn. It brings us to Jessup.
Jessup will maintain in 4 shots.
All right. Full attack.
41, 29, 25, 30.
The 41 will hit
Oh, shnikey.
for 9 damage.
Does that go through?
Yeah, because you count as good.
Okay, just want to make sure. So I'm rolling my Discord.
You're welcome. I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I mean,
Whoa. You're just full of yourself, aren't you there, multi-class?
today.
Anything else, Jessup?
No, I guess that's all I can do, Jason. Thank you.
All right. That'll bring us to Oran.
I'm gonna try another cold ice strike on him.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Really just expending all the resources.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Spiel Resistance.
We slept about 10 minutes ago, so we need another nap after this.
I was gonna say, I think it's about the point where it's like, well, I mean, I wasted too many spells already. Might as well just do it.
So yeah, give me a spell resistance. Their reflex is 29, regardless of if you succeed or not. 31, okay. So you do succeed. They'll just take half damage. So roll your 15d6. So 49, cut that in half because they succeeded. And then cut that by 10 more. They had 10 hit points. So that is enough to put them down.
Nice, we do it.
And then technically it would be Gideon's turn, and we'd end out of initiative, but at the start of Kieran and Oran's next turns, they would have to roll a fortitude save in the poison before we could technically finish this out. So each of you give me a fortitude.
Mine is a natural 20.
Kieran's good. Natural 20, he moves out of the poison, no problem. And Oran,
26.
Jessup, you're good. You don't need to.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So Oran, you are also able to get out. So with that, you dispatch the last of the myriad demons that were inhabiting this pool, and you get out of the poisonous fumes. And we'll see how we go next week.